Tweed. Viewer discretion is advised. Everyone's Gone by GamesInTweed. I never remember the permutation. Yes, GamesInTweed. I never remember the permutation of his name. Could be Tweed in games, but usually just Tweed. Okay, so we have us information. Grab is on Y, jump is on B, inspect/enter is on R, which is interesting. Select is exit, and use heal. Cool, and it's a Super Famicom controller. That makes it better already. I did do a little bit of work earlier to make sure that this adjust brightness thing worked correctly because I'm on a projector and this would have been a nightmare. I can barely make out the one on the far right, but that's usually how these games want you to play it. I have no idea how it looks on stream. In fact, it looks like you guys aren't going to be able to see anything on stream. This should be fun. Oh, wait, I already passed it. Ow, that's bright now. But I do like that there's an option. I just wish I could adjust the brightness in-game as opposed to my own setting stuff. Alright, let's see if I can investigate anything like this broken mirror. Letter to Mario. Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I've baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Peach. Toadstool. Yep. Like the gamma setting? Yes. Letter to Mario. Scribbled on the back. The walls hunger relentless. Satisfy the carnal desire and feed it. I suspect F-E-E-D is going to be important. But I can remember the word feed. I wanted to investigate the bed. I'm not allowed to investigate the bed. Ooh, the clock actually moves. That's cute. Huh. That door looks, hungry. What? What are these numbers? Oh, that mouth is terrible. Okay. Well, F-E-E-D is 655. So we'll try that. 6. I like that there's a cursor. I'm playing Shadowrun. Let's see if 4 is correct here. There we go. See? I remembered it. A pendant slips from the maw. You feel compelled to pick it up and wear it. Like a hat. The pendant loops over your neck. The maw opens and swallows you whole. I do like that the move forward and dialogue button is select, because I'm never going to accidentally press select. Ah, I found the light! Oh, that's snazzy. Oh, hello. The mouth seems satisfied. I wonder if that's like a render. It looks like a PS1 game. Hungry door, just like that one. Yeah. Less comedy there, though. That level was good. Painful, but good. Let's see, let's investigate the microchip. Oh god. Electrocard manual. Congratulations on purchasing the Huawei. See what they did there. X700 series security system. To use, simply plug in the volt coupling to activate the laser DefNet. Once activated, only personnel holding a Huawei red security card may pass. I don't have a red security card. Failure to possess will result in severe death. Well, we know what we're doing now. WarioWare Inc. accepts no liability for the loss of life, limb, or property. WarioWare. When your need is our greed. I assumed it was based a joke about Waluigi. My bad. Whee! Alright, we learned an important lesson. Kind of. Don't do that. Dead. Or D-add. D. So what does this put me if I do that? It puts you back to the title screen. Okay, that's a good incentive not to do dumb things. It's not going to stop me from doing dumb things, but it's a good incentive not to. Clock Tower. I've never played Clock Tower. I've heard good things. I'm not adding anything to my list at present, though. I'm going to assume that none of the clues have changed, so I can just immediately enter 6554. Still wonder where that mouth is coming from. It's gotta be a PS1 game. Like, it just looks PS1-y. Alright, so we did this. Alright, so let's not walk into the laser... Big obvious... I can't turn it off. Alone... ... we shouldn't go into the security room. We've discovered we need the red key card for that. We don't have any health thingies. I guess it wouldn't have mattered because I hit the friggin' laser thing. There's an elevator. I don't want to take the elevator up yet. Everyone Gone. Oh, name title drop. Royal bedroom. Can we go in there? Signs point to no. That's not available yet. There's a blank tile. We found a door. Thankfully, the light remains on. The pictures are gone. That's creepy. Lost. And so is the floor. Cold. Northwest right? Okay, well, we have a number. Wait. What? There was a person there? You played Clock Tower, dying sends you back to the title screen. It'll take you a while to be legit. Fair. The SNES version, not sure about the PS1. Interesting. Night Watchman's report. The princess is restless. The maids say that she's been having dark nightmares as of late. Waking up in a cold sweat, screaming. Last night, she almost struck Chrysidia in a panic. It took nearly 2 hours and a liter of warm chocolate to calm her down. Is that how you spell liter in the UK? I thought he was a Brit. Isn't it L-I-T-E-R in the UK? Well, maybe the French spell it funny, but I was pretty sure it's a liter. Yeah. She kept muttering something over and over, but I couldn't make out what. I recommend a full medical assessment as early as possible before matters get worse. Claude. Oh, that's how you spell it over there? Okay. The Americans got this right again. It's just obvious once you see it. It's pronounced liter, not litre. Alright, 22636. I am going to use my screenshot thing so I can just take a picture of that and not worry about it. Keep going this way. Come find me. Okay, I'm trying, I guess. I'm not doing anything. The game is moving on its own. I think I may have found someone. I found a masked person. Okay, that thing's kind of creepy. It's like a Shy Guy, but Venom. Do I get to do anything? Is it going to eviscerate me? Oh, it's going to eviscerate me. I want... Okay, I'm going to guess I can't hurt it. It moves very quickly. I should have gone in the door. The word in every other language is some version of litro with the R first. I think you guys just got it wrong. We corrected y'all. Huge improvement. Way too stuck with tradition on that one. Alright, so far we've learned is don't do that. No, I think y'all got this wrong. It's just like the metric system. It just was a huge mistake. What were the French thinking? They're chemometers. Just doesn't make any sense. Alright, we gotta go through this loop again. Let's try the elevator this time, because I didn't do it last time, and that would have been smart rather than continuing on forward. Oh, let's also try the light switch. Alright, so I need the red key card. Does the elevator do anything? Choose a floor. Floor 2. Okay, so I have access to a lot of space. Oh, hey. It's a dude. Naughty. Looks like a gingerbread man. You're not entertaining this one. You're not required to entertain this one. Pacing back and forth in the kitchen, getting your steps in, and sort of see things sort of well. Well, it's not so bad yet. Let's try floor 3. Password thing looks like an evil version of Pac-Man. Alone. Wait, oh, I came in at the top floor. That wasn't what I was expecting. Okay. So I should go down a floor, another floor instead. I misread this. Actually, I want to try one stupid thing first. Oh, the button does the same thing. 3, 2, 1, mushroom, and flower. Huh. Floor 1 is not allowed. BF's not allowed. Floor 2 is, but I can't... Did I try grabbing these? I'm not allowed to grab that, okay. That wasn't what I meant to do. I'm happy on floor 2 for the moment. I really need to stop doing that. More alone. Can't enter the dining room, and this is blocked off. Okay, I don't think that I can do anything in this room that's interesting. So I'm gonna guess that I made some right choices in my prior incarnation. And we can't get to the royal bed. We'll just walk on through, because we already have this information here. This is really weird that the floor is gone. This was the night watch room. Okay, that's what that stands for. And now the instant walking room. I wanted to enter it up in the air, but I don't think that matters with how the spawn works. I messed up one of Daizo's hacks doing that. Unfortunately for me, I now get to watch this entire... What did I just do there? There was a spark underneath me. Wonder if that was supposed to happen. What if it's like an original character or this is taken from some other game? I'm gonna assume this thing isn't smart enough to... Oh, that's that a door that works. It comes back. Okay. That seemed to have worked. Safe X. Let's go into the swear room. Sewer room. A save point! How delightful. I'll use the save point. I will save over slot A. How does this work? Also, I want that. A note on heal shrooms. First found in caverns beneath Toad Arena, this cerulean fungus has quickly become a household name, noted for its potent healing properties. A single dose can provide exceptional results, relieving pain and accelerating the natural restoration of the body. Due to popularity, it has, however, grown quite scarce in recent years. Several expeditions, I don't know why I was blanking on that, expeditions have been launched to seek out a new source. Wait. I should have just backed out. So that gave me a heal shroom to mess with. Okay. Okay, it only heals up 2 notches. That's not as much as I was hoping. Draft letter of complaint. I regret to inform of a dissatisfaction with your staff. It has been hours since we've seen anyone from service. Breakfast failed to show up, and our bed sheets are still unchanged from yesterday. When we try calling, no one answers. Is there some kind of national holiday this week? Or is this just how you treat visiting dignitaries? Where is every... If it's Candlejack at the end of this, I swear. This way. NW... Maybe another night watch room? Yes, please. This rope dripping blood. This looks relevant. Handwritten note. Claude, you wrote down the wrong code again. Unbelievable. I'm not going to help you out of this time. Work it out. First and third digit are as written. Second digit is double another digit and even. Fourth digit is not the lowest but less than the second. It's the only way you'll ever learn. Okay, I'm taking a screenshot of this because I don't know where I need the code, but presumably that relates to the prior code I acquired. I swear, the thing that takes... Writing the screenshot thing has saved me so much trouble. What does this button do? Input a code. Ah, okay, so we actually do need to solve that now. Alright, well, let's look at this again and try to work this out. So the number as given is 2236. So from the first rule, we have that it's not 2236. That's correct. It wouldn't be this class of game if they just gave it to you. So 2 underscore 3 underscore. Okay, second digit is double another digit and even. Probably not the fourth digit. The fourth digit is not the lowest, but it's less than the second. Okay, so the fourth digit is not the lowest, but it's less than the second. It means that the second digit is bigger than I thought. Wait, second digit is a double another digit and even. All numbers that are double another digit are even. Anything times 2 is divisible by 2 and therefore even. That is an irrelevant bit of information. Okay. Second digit is double another digit. So currently, what we have is, for this particular one, let me change the font because I hate working in things that aren't Courier when I'm doing weird work. This could be a double digit. So it could be 4, 6, or 8, since we know that it's even. If that was 8, then that would have to be 4. The fourth digit is not the lowest. Well, since the second digit can't be 1, then the fourth digit can't be 1 either. So it couldn't be that we cannot actually have a 2 in that place, which makes sense since that was part of the code we were given. It's less than the second, means that it could be anything, really. Not the lowest, but it's less than the... Let me double check. First and third digit are as written. So 2, 3. Okay, good. Middle digit could be 4, 6, or 8. They can't be 2, because we know the last one can't be 1. Which is unfortunate, because now I think that's about all I can do with that set of logic. That logic of it. There's 2 possibilities. One, this is actually enough to solve the puzzle. But the fourth digit being less than the second doesn't really constrain it much. Like, okay, well, if I assume that the second digit... I mean, basically, if we assume that we cannot... that the number that it's doubled is not the fourth one. Wait, it's less than the second, so it can't be that. Right, okay. Well, no, that it could be that. Right, okay. So basically, numbers that we could possibly be looking at here would be something like 2... What? Who the hell is that? Keep trying to capitalize my 2's and it gets an @ sign and then something weird happens. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I've... It's less than the second. So that basically means that this could be anything from... Not the least, so it can't be that. Anything from 3 to 7. So let's see if there's more information around. We've just saved, so it's not a big loss if we're wrong. I'm not entirely sure that narrows it down enough. But I'm also not great at this class of logic puzzle. Alright, I guess that probably does narrow it down enough. There's nothing else to do in that direction. Whee! Alright. There are 5 options. That sounds reasonable. How you doing, Kalrasi? Oh, there's a red line at the bottom of the screen. I wonder what's up with that. Well, we know this is 2 and 3. Basically... Maybe this? It's not that. 0 is a number for our purposes here. Like this could be 0, I suppose. 2 times 0, of course, being 0, and even. Okay. So my idea was that this number was 2 times this one, and even. And then this number has to not be the smallest, which means it can't be tied with 2, because then it'd be the smallest. And it's less than this number explicitly, which, given that we're multiplying another number by 2 here, it has to be the largest at some point. Most likely. Which is why I thought it'd be 3. So, then with this, it could be... The freedom on this number is a lot. Fourth digit is not the lowest, but is less than the second. Okay. I'm not really sure why that was the answer, but I don't know. Hey, cool. I got a key card. That's interesting. Do I still have the key card? Yes. Alright, unfortunately that means I need to go back through the room with the dude. Let's do something really weird here. I'm going to save while possessing the key card and see if that sticks. But if it doesn't, I don't care, really. I'm going to save on B. Yeah, it doesn't stick, so I have to go redo it. Those all seem possible. Yes, I agree with you. The basic question, the basic problem I had was, is it the fourth digit going to be the one that's doubled? In here? Oh, this is the save room. I need to stop doing that. Alright, so now we have to deal with Venom Shy Guy, presuming he's still in here. Yep, still in here. Apparently I've outrun him. Huh. What's up, Kappa? Thank you for the happy anniversary. When I booted stream, it asked me twice if I wanted to wish myself a happy affiliate anniversary. Usually I don't really mind the whole thing. Oh, hello. Alright. Hey, I'm pretty good at that. Get in there. I possess a key. I've obtained the mushroom key. But I also lost the red key card, which I probably could have used for something funny. Oh wait, I don't want to go this way. I want to go to the elevator. Let's go to the second floor. I don't know what the mushroom key is for. That worked. Oh, the lights show me where I can go now. Because previously these were off. They are weird lights that don't show up in the light. Or do show up in the light. Got the mushroom key, but do I know the mushroom man? I do not. But I assume he's a fun guy. He lives on Drury Lane. Assume constraint that all were different digits, and that the second was a double of a known digit. That could leave you with those two things. I suppose. That makes sense. I just thought it was under constrained. Like, I feel like there was a similar puzzle somewhere in one of the, like, in the Danganronpa game, Ultra Despair Girls, which has a admittedly silly name. Supper for me. Gree. Oh, this dude didn't have a good day. Five isn't too many. Let him try. Yeah, that's fair. I don't have a problem with that. It's just a general, like, little clunkiness on it. Super for Mr. You're Mr. Gray. Alright, so the piano here. A nice piano. No need to play it right now. I bet I know how this ends. I need a wire to open up the thing in the basement. There are notes on the wall here that are... I guess those are interesting, but not necessary right now. I'm going to take a screenshot of them. No piano puzzle? I suspect there is, but I just haven't fallen into it yet. Like, there's probably a plot point. Kind of like the stupid, you're not allowed to create dynamite barrels until we've come up with a good reason for you to make them. Like yesterday. Tea with friends. Why does it clap sometimes? I wonder if that's on purpose. Lots of tea with new friends. So foon. I love friends. Not talk about a lot. No move a lot. Lazy bones. I get mad. Shouty, but friends just smile. Always smile. Bestest friends forever. No alone now. Oh, hey, a save spot. We'll save on C. I like striping. I guess that's a window. Corridor. Thought I might need Mario Crawl there. The drawing room. Inaccessible because it's got frying pans in front of it. There is something I'm wondering, is that if I were to go keep the key card instead of use it immediately to get the key, could I have broken through those mushroom blocks? Getting better at that. The ballroom. I love to dance. The piano keys are smashed beyond use. Gotta say, good work on the atmosphere here. La. La la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Why is there a friggin' clown with an axe in the way? No, it's just a regular clown. I can't tell if there's an axe or not. There's just two clowns. Nobody it's just worse whenever there's clowns. Cape feathers? Where? Oh yeah, I didn't try interacting with clowns. Nope, no interacting with clowns. The things are called frying pans? Oh! There's a mushroom key, a flower key, and a cape key, most presumably. Possibly a star key. Probably could go into the bedroom downstairs now. There were a couple of doors I wasn't able to go to. This incongruity right here bugs me. Maybe it's relevant later. I do wonder if I'd come over here and tried to hit these blocks with the key card, would it have worked? Something I may need to try at a later time. Oh, I didn't try to... Because there is the mushroom and the flower. I wonder if one requires access with the mushroom key. Well, it's well lit down here. That's creepy. I'm leaving. I'm going back. I'm going back to the third floor. Me and the third floor know each other. Seriously? You had to stop the... I shouldn't have aimed for it. Oh well. Dead. I striked my saves. I probably shouldn't have, because there's no good indication what the last save is. I think I was on C. Yeah, okay. That we do. That we do. Anyway. Drifting. Okay, so I want to go back down to the first floor. Remember that our Venom Shy Guy's there. And actually go into the bedroom. Yeah, see, there he is. It's nice you can get rid of him just by proccing far enough over. Traitors. What? Hello. Some sort of animal-based puzzle, it looks like. Kind of check out. We find princesses question marks anywhere. I guess that's the question. The Gold Shell, Part 3. With skilled precision, he blinded the monster with his blade and slipped into the cave. Within, he saw his prize, the golden shell, wrapped in the clutches of a ferocious dragon. Sword raised, the knight rushed his foe, both mind and heart filled with the thought of his beloved. The rest is ripped off. Okay. has multiple power settings, and all of them will get ripped off. Okay, so I can't get over here to the chimney. Did find a note, which is presumably an indication that there are other fractions of this story elsewhere that I could get. And I need to be on the lookout for what appears to be some sort of animals. We have fictional animals and then just like a cat. Possibly a snake. What's the nature of games like this? Is if you have any sort of diary or something, you're going to find the pages out of order and ripped apart. It's just how these games have to go. Not a bad thing, it's just a thing. Was there a door here that we didn't have access to? Okay, there's still a ceiling there, at least. No, I don't think there was a door I didn't have access to over here. Let's go to floor 1. Einzer Feliz de Affiliates. Thank you, Herosoft. Hope you enjoy your DST day. Y'all switch over on Friday? I guess it is Saturday over there already, isn't it? Feels like an early time to switch over. Like, United States, it's always Sunday. Saturday night into Sunday. Ours is in a week. More or less. Always fun, though, when DST changes. Different streamers to raid. This is very Mario 64. Alright, so this door is inaccessible. I can't get up there because I can't build momentum. We're just playing a horror game. Taste X like ass. Tastes like ass? Is that what that says? I keep finding weird things. Is that a ladder? What did that do? It dinged like a good thing. 4 balls. Bubble ominously. Could they be relevant? Oh. I'll take a screenshot just to be sure. I mean, they are just basically a transposed version of the SNES or Super Famicom controller, so it should be easy enough. Tastes like ash. You know, that would make a lot more sense. I'm playing on a predictor, and even with the gamma turned up a bit, it can be kind of hard to read. Yeah, that does look more like an H now. Also, S-Video tends to mangle red signal, just as a general rule. We have the library. The library. A lot of books. Book. Egghead likes his bookie book. This looks bookish. Scrawled observations. Whoever you are, please read this. You must read this and believe. There are things in the castle. I've seen them with my waking eyes. And the more people that go missing, the more they appear. Likely it's too late for me. But I can still help. I've logged what I know of those monsters so that anyone may survive this nightmare. First, the most common. Nasty, hunched little imps I call sprites, because I'm not going to call them Shy Guy Venoms anymore. They watch from afar, almost cute-like, with their tilted masks. But get too close, and they'll attack. Do not run. They're not too fast. Instead, jump over as they charge. Get some distance. They seem to lose interest quickly, but will chase you to the Mushroom Hills if still close. I did figure that part out. Next, an abhorrent, twisted apparition of nightmares, the Malice. If you see this, run. Jump. Whatever it takes. This monster is slow but relentless. It can impale you instantly on its barbed tentacles. Barbed tentacles? Ew. It seems to have an issue with stairs, so find the high ground and get out as fast as you can. Last is the latest to appear. A pitiful creature I've taken to the name Woe. Not much do I know of this miserable wretch. It clings to ceilings, shuffling along and spraying its filth down below. You may travel beneath safely, but if you time your movements right. Travel beneath safely if you time your movements right, but only if there's no other choice. A guard told me he saw one of these things trapped in some kind of chrysalis. Perhaps there's another horrendous form we've yet to see. Alright, well that was something. And health shroom. I'm always happy to pick up more of these. Thought that looked suspicious. Frankly's notes. At the behest of Her Majesty's government, I commenced my extermination of the prince... Let me try that again. That was all terrible. At the behest of Her Majesty's government, I commenced my examination of the princess. It seems she's been receiving some dark dreams, some even violent. During sessions, she frequently showed signs of extreme stress. She'd mutter a word over and over. Alone. Perhaps a latent PTSD. A latent PTSD? Usually would see that without the article. After all, spiritual possession is often considered traumatic. It's as though the Shadow Queen herself is taking her revenge. These offer a lot of questions, but very little in the way of answers. Like, how do toads get into the library? I go down a floor. It's probably a bad idea. Smile, you're on camera. Whoops. Ah, that's why this room exists. Okay. Oh, there's something to see here. Mad scribbling. 4 bowls stir in shadowed light. Green brings envy, blue brings blight. Yellow smiles with poison grace. Red beats on a crimson place. 3 make cold where silence grows, but 1 still hums where life doth flows. Okay, well that's something I'm probably going to need. I really have taken to just using screenshots rather than taking meticulous notes. Perhaps it's made me lazy. Elsa's diary. There's a lot of people in this castle. Things are getting scary. People are going missing throughout the castle. First Cressidia, then Claude, and now some of the new page Rupert. Even some dignitaries from Sarasaland vanished quietly in the night. Every day this place seems to grow darker, emptier. I need to relax. I'm starting to see things. Last night, I swore I saw a ghost store? It's probably just a bad dream. Library is how Homer Simpson pronounces it, so I went with it. It just felt like the right thing to say. That's just blue. It's a tiny P-switch. Huh. How odd. But I can't interact with it in any way, shape, or form. Did I look at the smile poster? No. Tweet somehow did a sequel to this. It would just be like should be like the Amnesia games. The eyes are gouged out of that cloud. Find me. Audience chamber. Is this hell? I don't know yet. Oh, that's the feather. That's that, and it's a feather door. Okay, well, can't proceed that way. Now that Mario has knowledge about those pots, maybe that's useful to us? This is the library again. The question is whether or not Mario needs to know these things before I can use them, right? Like, that's a question in all of these sorts of games. Is the player knowledge enough to do something? Or... There we go. Just watch as I explode. Alright, so let's read the thing again. 4 bowls stirred. Green brings envy, blue brings blight. Yellow smiles, poison graced. Red beats on a crimson pace. 3 make cold where silence grows, but 1 still hums where life doth flows. So, I'm gonna just guess I should eat them in an order. So, green. Apparently that's the wrong answer. And now I'm dead. And it trapped me in a small spot. Mildly annoying, but what can you do? In fact, my last and best save spot is still 0. I still see because we didn't come across a save thing. But we have to reproduce some of that anyway. Okay. Is that the way I want to go? I need to get back to the elevator. This is not the way to the elevator. Okay. Means we get to traverse the dining room again. Right, he's over there. Let's not do that. What's irritating, I suppose, is that my natural moderator instincts are telling me that the thing I should do is try each one in turn just to see what happens. But that's really going to be annoying since I have to traverse the entirety of this every single time I want to do that. So in the interest of being less stupid... Actually, it reminds me, did I get this one? Oh, I didn't. Musings on occult magic. The Rogueport incident refers to the events that unfolded in the microstate of Rogueport and the conjuncture that followed. It marked for the first time in recent history of a threat not native to the Koopa Kingdom. And although the incident was resolved by Mario and his cohorts, there remains much that we do not yet know. Who was the Shadow Queen? How was she sealed away specifically? And will this threat arise again? With how this works, I feel I need to, read all of the things. Even if I don't need to read them again, if that makes sense. It's one of those things that's in adventure games that I find interesting. It's some of it is the player knowledge, some of it is the game knowledge itself, right? It's like Myst. Myst, you are the player. That's the ethos of Myst, is the person who is playing Myst is you. You got sucked into the book. You're on the island. That's how that works. Versus an awful lot of other adventure games where you're clearly someone else. This one... And so the question of whether or not you should use the knowledge you have, or if you need to, go and use the knowledge the player already has versus the knowledge that the character needs to acquire. In cases where you have a stronger character, like King Graham, for instance, or Knight Graham in the first game, it makes more sense to keep it to the point where, it's just one character, and that character needs to know things. But for other ones, it's more difficult for me to say. There's no flippin' save points near this, are there? Alright, well, let's do the right thing instead. That's how Myst starts? You can start the book? Yes. So the very first thing you see upon starting Myst, the game, is actually you, reading a book and falling into it. It shows you the book, and then there's sort of a 3D scene where an ambiguous character is falling through space. But yeah, that's the intent with Myst. I still don't know what that did. Okay, so of these, green sounds bad, yellow sounds bad, blue sounds bad, red sounds okay. But my moderator instincts are telling me I should try all of these and see if there's any difference in badness. Yeah, same amount of badness. Going back to the Cutting Room Floor wiki, there's so many versions of Myst. There are so many versions of them. It was ported to basically every reasonable system at the time. And then they did a bunch of different remasters, such as Real Myst, and then there's, Myst 2006. And there's, just, it continues. I'm not going to do blue as well. I think we've proven the point that doing the wrong things does kill you, and I don't need to do it further. I thought it might do something different or interesting. Bad. Mario turns into a balloon and explodes or something like that, but clearly you just die. What's funny, especially about Myst, is the people who... I think I might understand what that did now. The people who speedrun it will speedrun on basically every platform. If I wanted to have an easy quote-unquote world record, I could just go and play, the Saturn version of Myst and beat it, if I really wanted to. I don't particularly want to, but the option's there, and it's nice that it exists. I'm going to do this loop really quick, and then I'm going to hit the button, and it finally dawned on me what I was seeing. That particular thing that I was messing with in the kitchen is a dumbwaiter, and that's why that other part makes sense. When was the last time Actually, I know exactly when the last time I got to use the word dumbwaiter on stream was. One of the Gabriel Knight 3 puzzles involved using a dumbwaiter to sneak into someone else's room. Purely optional, it turns out. That game has a lot of optional side stuff you don't have to do. But it's probably for the best that you do. Depending upon what you do in one of the puzzles, the game changes a little bit, and one of the characters will confirm or deny the theory you have about them. Because basically every character in that entire thing has some sort of weird motivation that is not clear at first, but can be made clear by going through their personal effects. Okay, before going and consuming the thing, I just want to go check out what's in the dumbwaiter. Also, because it puts me closer to saving the game. I thought I pressed the wrong thing for some reason. Because... were these on last time? I didn't press the dumbwaiter yet. So the answer is yes, these were on. I haven't changed anything yet. I guess mild interesting thing that's happening in the world of spooky games. Danganronpa is getting another entry in its series. Since they already went 1 to V3, the next one they're making is 2x2, which apparently is Danganronpa 2, but different. So same setting, same characters, different outcomes. Which is interesting as an idea, and there are reasons that that could possibly work and be sensible within the realm of Danganronpa. Just weird. Okay, we found the Golden Shell Part 2. Oop. From the witch, the knight learned of a great beast who kept the shell like a prize. He rode north to its lair. A wolf attacked from the trees, but a nearby bear rushed in to save him. In payment, the knight offered milk from his most treasured cow, which was accepted graciously on parting. Exhausted, the knight reached the beast's lair, only to find it guarded by a giant snake. Yeah, this night talk is reminding me of Castle Quest, since I spent some time yesterday getting a map made of Castle Quest. And dear God, I did not realize the sheer complexity of that game looking at it. It is like 240 HTML pages with a lot of interconnecting links and a few nodes that are insanely over-provisioned. All right, let's overwrite A. Like, there's one node in there that just has, like, 100 things going back and forth to it. And it makes sense. There's this rudimentary inventory system in that game, being an HTML game, which makes it insane. But most of the time it just links to, yeah, that didn't do anything. Why did you think I could use this object in that room? And those all go to the same HTML page. Which makes sense. You can't do anything with that, so why would it let you? Alright, so let's go back to floor 1 and drink the correct thing. What's amusing about Danganronpa is I've never felt the need to play any of the mainline games on stream, but I probably would be willing to play Ultra Despair Girls again. That was fun. Alright, so let's drink from the correct pot this time. Okay. I have a globe. What am I... Is it a P-switch? It's a P-switch. But I can't hit it yet. I know what to do with this, because she said there was a phantom P-switch in the other room. I presume if I place it where the tiny P-switch is, something interesting will happen. Is there... Okay, that is... For some reason in my mind, instead of those being solid walls anchored outward, they were anchored inward. They're kind of flipping between the two perspectives and confusing me for a second. Oh, hello. God, okay, there's more of these things than I expected. Clearly this is the right thing to do based upon the fact that they're accosting me. It's unfortunate that I'm so bad at noticing them at first, despite the fact that it's playing the Metroid, like, X music. Oh, that made it into a real P-switch. Right. Oh, there's the Phantom door. Alright. We have notes that say they'll create a Phantom door. Okay. Crap, am I bad at piano. This is going to be tricky. I don't know if I'm going to get this screenshot. I may need to take two. We'll see what we get. We'll take a screenshot from the right side, too. With any luck, the overlap should get me mostly where I need to go, and hopefully there aren't a lot of... I'm not covering up one, am I? No, that C is the first one. Yeah, it was nice of him. Unfortunately, this also means that the monsters are still going to be there when I leave. So I'm going to burn a heal. Alright, where did I leave that piano? Okay. That must be one of the newer, higher life forms. So basically they're lava lotus type things, and you can carefully go underneath them if you need to. Carefully if you're lucky. That's an F. The letters. I'm hoping that the way this works with regard to the piano is I don't have to actually type I don't actually have to, like, play it on a piano, which is going to, like, give me letters. Because, man, I can't read music to save my life. On the bright side, we at least get to save, since there's a save room right here. I wish I hadn't burned a mushroom and some change to do this. Nice and relaxing. Okay. Then into this room, where suddenly I feel the impetus to play the piano. Oh, okay. I God, see these. These are going to be hard to read. Okay, C, G. I think this isn't timed. C, G, A, F, G. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Is there more letter that I'm missing? C, G, C, G, A, F, G. F? I mean the first letter's F. Was Mario covering up an F that I didn't see earlier? F. Doesn't look right. Where are you getting F? How is that an F? That's clearly a C. I don't want to have to walk back there. Like, I'm looking at the screenshots. You assuming that it starts from the other side? Wait, CG. The leftmost letter is an F. Okay, yeah, I can live with that. Okay, C, G. I think I just misread my inputs here. C, G, A, F. The leftmost letter's an F? That is most emphatically not an F. I don't know what you're talking about. And then G. Why? Oh, there's 8 letters. I only have 4 letters. The leftmost. Okay, well, I'll try that instead then. F, C, G, D, G, A, F, G. I'm gonna go back to the room and look at it again. I am absolutely confused. It does not look like in my screenshot an F at all, but I also only have 7 characters. So the nice thing is, however, is that upon looking at it again, I wonder if I need to get another P-switch. Upon looking at it again, what I'm going to do is the obvious and trivial thing. I'm just going to reload and not walk all the way back, because I have a save right next to the damn room. But I'm just going to do that, too. Alright, they're going to jump scare me around here, if I'm not mistaken. Huh. Apparently they only needed to jump scare me once. Here's this guy, though. Power my P-switch, thank you. Get my P-switch jump, which is important to me. Where in the world are you getting the first is F? In fact, the letters down here make less sense now. How many dots are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 dots. The last letter's a G. That first letter's a C. It just has a dangly thing on the bottom. It's clearly the same glyph as the other C. I legitimately have no idea how you're seeing that. Oh, are you reading the actual notes? As opposed to the ones underneath. Is that what you're telling me? F. No, you're just making this an F for some reason. That's not an F. I really don't know how you're seeing it as an F. You genuinely... As long as there's no clef, you can't tell. Yeah. But, like, that's clearly a C. It just has a bit of goo at the bottom. At least it's clearly a C to me. Yeah, it's a C with drip. Anyway, since I don't want to have to burn mushroom and walk back... Okay. I'm just really bad at this control scheme. It's very possible I just keep entering the wrong stuff every single time. The fact that there's like A, but it's not on A is throwing me off so badly. Okay. Okay. C, G, C, G, A, F, G. It looks very similar to the dots in here, but I only have 7 of them. There are 7 dots. Select. That just kicks me out. Like, the way this seems to work, I go back. Let's say I do C's. So notice 8 C's, and then it goes bonk. So I need 8 letters, and I have 7, as far as I can tell. Guess we'll just put an arbitrary one on the end and see what happens. G, G, C, G, A, F, G. Weren't there 8 dots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see 7 dots. I suspect it's that I need both things. The thing at the bottom. Oh wait. What's up, Bunny Link? The first one's a high C, and the other is a low C. Oh, there's 2 C's. Why me? I can't treat it as just a purely numerical thing. I actually need to understand music. Thank you, Bunny Link. What's up, Swunch? Okay. Guess the C dripping one, we'll assume that's the low C then. Okay. C, G, C, G, A, F, G. It was, in fact, different. It was still a C. I am not a music person. So not a music person. I'm saving so I have to do that again. I like the idea of understanding music. I don't understand it very well. Maybe one day I should actually use my Vocaloid for its actual intended use. Right, I'm gonna guess it opened the ballroom, because that feels like the thing to do. It did not. What room could that have opened? Looking at this, you look at the picture again, it just says, like, it opens a door, which, whoop-de-doo. Oh, wait, maybe... Let's go check out floor 1 again. Let's go into the bathroom. This last, like, weird, spooky Mario hack I played that wasn't a conventional Mario hack did in fact have a bathroom to get lost in. That was a trip. If you want to make a horror game and have save areas, you would at one point destroy one of them and monster jump at you, like, without warning at random in the game. You are cruel. You are cruel. Okay, those clearly have reasons I can't go in them yet. Where have I seen a double-sized door that I haven't been able to access? Like, it seemed to indicate that it would open a door. I did the thing. Was there a door I didn't see somewhere else? I don't want to walk all the way through that. Can I get another P-switch? Ballroom? I went and checked. The ballroom was just to the right of that, and it was not available. I just run through this. No. Why? Could enter the ballroom. I thought that I tried to enter the ballroom. I don't think it worked. Alright, this P-switch may or may not work for what I have intended here. But I'm pretty sure the ballroom has an explicit thing. I'm not allowed to take the P-switch with me. So that's how they keep you from doing what I wanted to do here. Okay. Oh, wait. The ball... Oh. Where was that ballroom? Yeah, that was also on the second floor, but further along, wasn't it? That must not have been the room I thought it was. Because, like, I was thinking it was this room over there. I didn't read the thing on top of it. That was dumb. I should have gone to the right, because their ballroom's over there. That makes more sense. Now we're in a room where you would not expect much math. Usually you're in here for a shower or a bath. Right, Alright, because there is a door past this point. The ballroom, which did not require entryway. Which now has creepy music playing in it, which probably had before, and clowns. Let's just heal up. Yeah, the clowns are still being creepy. La. There's something there. Looks like it's a corpse. Someone fell down. A mushroom, maybe? Oh, hey. Why? Why won't you dance with me? These limb things are disconcerting. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Try to keep the rest of mine. Suspicious note. I have stored your creepy puppets in crates, as agreed. They are addressed to Mr. L, an alias, of course. Just make sure to pick them up before anyone notices. You owe me big for this. At least, I expect tickets to the opening night for my son. He loves those horrid things. Oof. We doing some Five Nights at Freddy's stuff now? Ah, okay, now I can destroy blocks. Probably won't affect the critters, because that's not that kind of a game. Gallery. We'll check out the Ghost's Gallery. Actually, before going into the gallery, I want to see if this stretches to the right. I have a vague feeling this is going to circle back around. Alright, well that's a good sign this is the right way to go, if nothing else. Oh, it already does circle back around. Okay, everything makes sense now. Those were the only blocks that I could destroy, so if this isn't the, like, place to get the the flower key, I'm not really sure what to do. Ah! Push back the dark. Oh, hey! It's Mama Battlefield! That's cute. That's not a way to continue. Anything in here? Too bad these balls of fire do nothing. Why did I... It moves you. That's a weird effect. I'm not really sure it matters. Oh, you're only allowed to continue if you have the light on. Okay. Which requires, apparently, some timing. Oh, Pauline! Can I go back without that property? Yes, I can. And now the light just seems stuck on. Convenient. Alright, I guess it's just the intended thing past Pauline. That's the end of the road here. Oh, there's a note. The Golden Shell, Part 1. Alright, cool. We've recovered 3 parts out of presumably 4-ish, possibly more. There once was a noble knight who fell in love with a beautiful but stern songstress. In exchange for her hand in marriage, she requested a golden shell, found only deep in the darkest wood. Eager, the knight mounted his steed and rode west. There he met with the old witch of the woods, and her familiar, Aegis, the great white lion. Yeah, I think you were right. It just took me a minute, and we got over here. I guess maybe with the light on we'll be able to see more. I was expecting something else, I guess. I don't see anything else on the floor that needs picking up, but it's at least nice that I have full light going through here. Well, maybe this counts as a mushroom, as the flower key? Seems unlikely to me, but it does feel like a sense of progression. I should have gotten something that lets me access later parts. Also that this table is suspicious to me for some reason. But I can't prove it. Wait, did I try interacting with the shell here? Yes. Oh, Jolly Roger Bay. Interesting choice. Bob-omb Battlefield and Jolly Roger Bay. I did try entering it like a door. You don't enter like doors with using this. I use the right button. The right button to do that. I'm trying to decide if I want to go save first before trying to do anything else. I guess I kind of assumed this was how it looped around. Easiest way to tell if I have access to the next level with the fire flower is just to go over here. Because if I do, then this door would be lit up. It isn't. I also have lost my fire flower, which is interesting to me. It looks like fire flower might be a floor 2 object. I guess whatever I was supposed to do, I didn't do it well enough. Because we didn't accomplish anything with the fire flower. I thought I would keep it, but I guess I didn't if I go in the elevator. So clearly there's something more to be done with it here that I don't know what to do yet. That or it's a bug. One or the other. It's gonna go save anyway. Nice relaxing save room. Okay, and then over here, were there other blocks that I could destroy over here? And what room was this? Oh, that was the drawing room, and I need a feather to get in there. Okay. The feather key. The tur key. Making me hungry for Thanksgiving meal. Okay. Then over here, I'll see him slightly beforehand. There he is. Nope. Back through the ballroom. Seriously. These things really should be coming to life and trying to kick my ass. Does it say Dad? It does say Dad. Huh. Nice to know those aren't real limbs, though. They're weird puppet limbs. Limbs, if you will. Oh, that's what's there. That's why there's an arm coming out. Huh. Alright, well, pick up this. I mean, I'm certain it has to. You can't not have evil puppets. That's just how it works. Alright, so either there's something in the gallery I'm missing. Am I allowed to take it to the dining room? Yes. Okay, so I can't take this down a floor. That's the important detail. Those always respawn. The gallery... I feel like there should have been more of something in the gallery. I do like the sudden Mega Man scrolling. We'll try the enter the portrait thing again, just for the hell of it. Yeah, this is me jamming the R button. Can I climb on her nose? Like, aside from the silver shell, or the gold shell thing here, not really seeing much. Some weirdness how collision's working, but, like, it's not that abnormal. Like, I feel like I should have accomplished something more with this. What can I use Fire Flower for, if not just destroying those blocks that served as a minor impediment? Go back to the ballroom, see if fire changes anything? Can't burn those. Yeah, that guy's immune. Figures. Dining room. There was another source of blocks somewhere, wasn't there? Oh, hey! This looks interesting. I'm not allowed to do anything with it, but clearly this is interesting. Assume since it has a note next to it talking about the golden shell, give the Santress, we need to put a shell on that pedestal for something to happen. I don't have any shells. Feels like creepy Akira music, huh? Probably something in the dining room? Maybe. I'm trying to remember if there were any other, like, blocks to destroy. But I'm happy to loop back to the dining room. Something to do. Just gonna go in here and look again. But I swear there was more than one set of those blocks that were blocking the way. Like, I don't have any objects I could pick up. I like the idea of putting a golden shell there. I'm not opposed to it. I just don't have it. And I can't transport any items between levels, is what we've learned here. And these were the things I destroyed. Let me do one more dumb experiment. See if this pushes me out and counter breaks me. That's kind of mean, but unexpected. What candle was unlit? There was one that was unlit in the dining room? Alright, let's see. Let me test something real quick in terms of how it saves progress. I was on C, wasn't I? Yeah. You know, I back up my saves. I really don't need to do this. Okay, so it doesn't actually help you there. It saved me a trip through the dining room, but you know. Where is he? There he is. Alright, we'll look for unlit candles after we do this loop. It's a long, long ballroom. Some balls are held for pleasure, some for fancy. Oh, dang, I never get it right. Or maybe right here. Oh no, those are the same ones. Balls are always bouncing from the east and to the west. AC/DC's Big Balls is probably a very, you know, brilliant tune with lots of important subtleties to them. To it. Okay, into the dining room. Unlit candle. You're right, this candle is unlit. There's several unlit candles. On the table, yeah. This one candle is lit. That makes it more suspicious. But, like, my fireball doesn't do anything there. Since this came out today, I presume none of you have actually played this. So if you have any ideas, feel free to shout them out. The The key thing I've discovered is that using the elevator at all counter breaks me. Back in the room where I got the fire flower? Alright. I kind of wonder what the origin of counter break is. Like, I know that, the basic idea, I think it arrived out of Jump or something, but why the name counter break? What does that mean in this context? Alright, this room. Yeah, arguably permeable, but doesn't appear to be a thing. I can't investigate the arm any better. I can get another one of these. Doesn't do anything. There's... What is this? I guess it's a chair, maybe? Preventing breaking levels or setups unintended to bring items and things from other levels into. Oh, well, that makes sense. Counter break. It's like movie. It's one of those words that when you actually hear it, you're like, oh, I understand why. That's why you call them that. It's no motorized rolling ham, but, it makes sense. I was hoping that maybe there was something in the darkness. This gallery still feels underutilized. Like, I put a lot of effort into getting here, but I haven't accomplished anything now that I am here. Aside from reading about the shell. I guess what this could... What could I do with this? I'm thinking. I mean, I don't even know where to get a shell. The P-switch is on a different floor, yeah. So if I go down a floor... Right now, the way the rules work is I can't move anything from a lower floor... any floor to another floor. I do think that I probably should go to another floor, but I'm not really sure what to do once I'm there. Favorite are what does this even mean? Pixel and bit. Pixel being picture element, and bit being binary digit. It's true. Thanks and good luck, Curtis, and thank you for the on affiliate-versary. Still ridiculous. Maybe some Firefly. It's worth a shot. I always think I want to go back to floor 3 because I am legitimately out of surface area in the other 2 floors. And maybe something has changed. Oh. That actually jump scared me a little bit. Sub to Goocher, sub Zopdash. There's Voxel. 3D pixels? Yes, volume pixels. I actually thought this wasn't going to work in this game for some reason. But this is fine. Thank you for the raid. Hope your stream was good. Playing some Hollow Knight, I see. Excellent. I'm going to clear this and hopefully the material comes back. Thank you for the happy affiliate. Yeah, it was actually kind of funny when I got affiliate. I was actually streaming during when that happened. Ah, crud. Okay, go in here. Is there anything in here of value? So what we're doing here, I'm moderating a hack by GamesInTweed that is creepy. That's really the long and short of it. I see. Oh, I suddenly comprehend, I think. 10% left to go in Silksong. Oh, nice. Okay. Golden Shell Part 1. A noble knight who was in love... his steed. Okay, let's exit the room. I think I know what to do. There's a list of animals in the assorted notes we found. I don't have the fourth one, but I might be able to pull this off without it. So, noble steed. None of those look like a noble steed. That looks like a cow. Okay, I'm gonna say this is the most horse-like of all of them. And then she had a familiar, a white lion. That's pretty lion-y. We scroll back up. The question really is where the heck would I find the fourth piece? Because I probably need it. From the witch, the knight learned of a great beast who kept the shell. In surprise, he rode north to its lair. He was attacked from the trees and by bear. Okay. I guess this is kind of bearish over here. Looks kind of bear. In payment, the knight offered milk from his cow. That's a cow. He graciously accepted it. It's guarded by a giant snake. Okay, we're making progress. Why is my health so low? I got hit a couple times when I wasn't paying attention. It doesn't matter, because the worst comes to worst, I'll still get out through this. Skill precision. He blinded the monster with his blade and slipped into the cave. Within he saw a prize-winning golden shell wrapped in the clutches of a ferocious dragon. Dragon? Sword raised, he rushed his foe. Mind filled with the thoughts of his beloved. Okay, so basically the first one had 2 animals. The second one had 3 animals. This other one has 2 animal. Had 1 animal. 2 animals? 1 animal. 1 animal. Dragon. And so the final animal, there's a bird and a wolf. Bird, wolf. No idea. Also, I'm not entirely sure I got them all right, but I need to write them down. That's the key right now, is to write down the actual animals. And then maybe go putter around and try to find the other golden shells so we know exactly what we're supposed to do. Because I'm going to assume that this isn't underclued. Okay. Once was a noble knight, fell in love with a beautiful but stern songstress in exchange for her hand in marriage. She requested a golden shell found only in the deepest woods. Eager, the knight mounted his steed. Horse. No, don't overwrite. Yeah. Okay. Horse. And then lion. Horse, lion. And then in part 2, there was a bear. Exchange offered milk from his cow. And then snake. And then in the third part, double check. I think it just says dragon. Yeah, dragon. So we're missing 1. We have 10% left in cell zone. Oh, nice. Sorry, I missed the message. I got distracted by puzzle solving, which happens frequently to me. All right, since we've accomplished nothing meaningful, we can reset again and get back our HP. That's actually pretty significant for Silksong. I imagine that game is very long. I assume you're 100%ing it, not just any percenting it. Last was C. Should be in this room. Yeah, this looks right. This guy had the tea party message. But we need to find part 4 of that. I have an idea. I don't like it, but I have an idea. We need to find part 4. The only area I didn't explore much with regards to the mushroom key was floor 3. So I think what we need to do is go back to floor 3. Set you can say she's 100%ing. Oh, nice. The Dino Mom's 100%ing. Yeah, nice. How you doing, Zopdash? When I said that earlier. What's up, Abe Lincoln? I'm getting distracted between puzzle solving and other braining things. I think what probably is the case is there's something else on the 3rd floor. Doing well? Excellent. Okay. We have our friendly neighborhood creepy thing. Was bound to happen eventually. Ah! I'm still at a sliver. This doesn't prove to be successful. I'll just reload. I don't want to burn too much of my health thingies. But I'm looking for the last piece of a story. And then we can read the whole story again and make sure I got all the details right. But at least I know what to do next, which is important. So he thinks. The report. Yeah, we've read this. Why does that happen? What was that? I activated this thing. I don't know what or if anything it did. Played a couple hours every day, and you're only at 90%. Whoa. I've heard it's a long game. Like, about the same size as the other Hollow Knight. Like, it's not DLC, it's like a whole big thing. Maybe I should look at the library more carefully again, too. Because, like, if I was going to put a fragment of a text somewhere, that would be a smart place for it. I might have just missed it. That requires the flower. I don't have the flower yet. It's bigger? Damn. This is the safe room. Which basically has someone complaining about the quality of their room. All the mirrors, of course, been shattered, because it's one of those types of games. This way. Oh, and then this room, which is the security room, which I've been to. I need... Oh, no, this is, like... I can't go back into this interface. Okay. Alright, well, so far, this has been a bust. I haven't found anything on this floor that seems to resemble useful knowledge, unfortunately. I could try figuring it out. There's only 2 animals missing. I transposed it one way. That was wrong. I could transpose it the other way. But I feel like that's not good to do. What's up, Pawaluta? Like, I want to solve this legitimately. Not like the game yesterday where we had to make some very suspicious guesses. I still don't... I went and looked at the walkthrough. It doesn't explain its reasoning either. There's a few pieces at least I could figure out from context or from practice. But some of those I'm not sure about. I'm thinking I might put the effort in and go try to fix up that website, though, as much as I can to make it so that game is plausible to beat. It's still the Golden Shell Part 3, okay. I need Part 4. I don't really want to enter in the bullshit thing. It could be the case that he expected you to try a few things. Actually, I don't know Tweed enough to kind of use a good intuitive puzzle sense, right? So, like, when doing puzzles, frequently when you know enough about the author of the puzzle, you can make some inferences about how they view the world through their puzzles. So, for instance, Puzzle Boat. Foggy makes puzzles a very specific way, and you don't have to worry about specific things, because Foggy's not going to do that. You know that Foggy is going to make his puzzle in a certain way. Here, I have no notion of that. I don't know anything about Tweed's notions of puzzles, or how he thinks about the world of puzzles. So that makes it a bit trickier. I'm just going to burn it because it doesn't matter. Tweed streams outside of puzzles, outside, in the hot and the cold. I streamed outside a few times when I was on the East Coast visiting my mom. Okay, you can't actually read things while holding items, by the way. And reading things causes my P-switch to despawn. That's mildly annoying, but not wholly unexpected. Basically, I'm hoping that there was like just a single thing I missed somewhere that is obvious once I see it. True cabin streamer. But yeah, I actually have some of those VODs. People really seem to like all the cicada noises and everything. I played through Patrick's Parabox, mostly outside. That was fun. Right, it mentioned the door. I wonder if you piece of work. Okay, let's get the piece, which maybe I didn't spend enough time inside that room. Maybe there was a useful secret there, and I just missed it. Like, I'm not really sure where to find it. But the thing I meant about, like, Puzzle Sense is, like, let's say if Fire was making this. Fire wouldn't leave an ambiguous clue. There would always be a clue in a specific location. I might not find the clue, but there would be a clue for any given thing that I needed to find. If that makes sense. Like, it's 100% fully clued. I should be able to make inferences based upon the information given in the game in totality to be able to beat it. Not sure it's true for Tweed, but there was also a case where I did already have to, like, try a few different things. So maybe that's what I need to do. I need to try some things, and if it happens to work out, it happens to work out. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just go to the princess's thing and try the other transposition. Pat, are you glad you haven't done puzzle things yet? I think I might be. Who knows? Maybe you'd be good at it. Like, in the Mystery Hunt, in general, there comes a point where, like, either you trust that the people making the puzzles did a good job and they know what they're doing, or they're throwing spaghetti at the wall and good luck. As an example of one of those years was the coin heist year, where quite clearly after, like, the first round or so, we realized they really didn't do as much testing as they needed to. That one went on an interminable amount of time, and C. Scott kept celebrating every single time it passed another milestone, saying, "Yay, now my hunt wasn't nearly as bad!" Because he was one of the people who made the Matrix Hunt, and the Matrix Hunt went on way too long. And Coin Heist went on longer. I think it's still the longest hunt on record. Good enough. Okay, so let's try this again. Maybe I've gotten some of the glyphs wrong. So, horse, lion, bear, cow, snake, dragon, wolf, bird. Okay, no dice. Try again. My head at some point recently. That's definitely cow. Okay. Horse. Lion. Bear. Cow. Snake. Dragon. Maybe they mentioned a bird somewhere and I missed it. Sansa exchanged for her hand in marriage. She requested a golden shell in the deep woods. Mounted his steed and rode west. He met the old witch of the woods and her lion. They didn't explicitly call out each animal. Like, steed is clearly just the horse. From the witch, the knight happened to... Sup, fries? From the witch, the knight learned of a great beast who got the shell like a prize. Rode north to its lair, a wolf. A wolf! I missed wolf? Have wolf typed in? I didn't have wolf in here. Wolf comes before bear. There was just an animal I was missing, and then for... That is our combination. Okay. Let's exit the room and re-enter. See, everything's better with Pokey. You don't feel that things are nearly as spooky when you're looking at Pokey. Pokey just, you know, Pokey. Woo, Pokey. Okay, so horse, not cow. Horse, lion, wolf, bear, cow, snake, dragon. Bird wasn't involved, so I had enough pieces, so there was never a problem. Cool, we made it. What's in here? There's something stuck inside. Clear the blockage? No! I'm not sure why this used to be a hand, but now it's Pokey's face. I guess this is how it's going to go now. Sounds like something fell downstairs. Oh boy. Oh, what happens if I investigate again? It doesn't work. Pokey is the name of Gumby's horse. It's true. I was actually thinking about Gumby today for some reason. Oh. Well, I got there because I was thinking about Gumby. Guys were in stereo, too. Alright, let's see. I was in C. Got him. That doesn't matter. We have the information we need to solve now. So we're like, this is not that bad to have to loop around. But the reason was, for a period, I guess it would have been like 2004-ish, 2003-ish, they had decided for some reason to revive Gumby in comic book form, and the writing for it was really bizarre. Like, one of the issues, Gumby becomes like a Jewish golem. Like, the guy puts like the like symbol on his head and everything and puts words in his mouth. And it's like an evil carnival master who's doing this, but he doesn't have any use for Pokey, so he throws him out. Says something like, "I'm not potatoes." It was really weird. That's really all I could say about it. Horse, lion, wolf, bear, cow, snake, Rogan. But yeah, look it up on your favorite, like, comic piracy website if you really want to see it, because it's just weird. And then, like, the guy hypnotizes Gumby's parents into thinking that there's a bag of potatoes is Gumby. Like I said, just weird. Really weird stuff. Pogo and Dwarf got confused by monsters all the time and then ran into triggered traps. This might be something different. Got lucky with that. And of course, Pokey is unflappable. Though I have a bad feeling that more of the game has changed. Gumby is a fever dream? Kind of. Let's go to floor 2. Let's see. Where would I find a... Said it fell down. Do any of the rooms have a fireplace? Oh, alright. Well, that answers that question. So now we just loop around. Convenient golden shell. Oh, wait. I need to go this way. Figure out where the dude is. Okay, go past the ballroom. I feel like it's important for me to pick up the fire flower and then try to not use it, which is going to be the tricky bit. But occasionally, like, one of those companies is like, oh yeah, we have this property, should we do something with it? And they're like, well, we should do something small with it or something, just in case people forget it exists. Come on, Pokey, you can do it. That might have been what they decided to do with Gumby? I don't know. Thank you for the happy affiliate anniversary. How you doing, Max? Aha! You've opened a door. I shall go down in history as the man who opened... There's going to be a jump scare here once I get this. You obtained the flower key. Cool. Attached note. What's up, Shell Sphere? Thank you for that. Happy anniversary. Hasbro's losing money on most of their properties except Magic the Gathering. That does not surprise me. Magic the Gathering literally is a license to print money. Like, what else do they own? D&D? My Little Pony? Care Bears? Have Furby cards and Play-Doh cards. Yep. Hasbro took a gun to the wizards and said, you know, you're printing money, right? Yeah. Alright. I hide the key from them. They are my friends, but not true friends. They not laugh at my jokes, not share stories, or ask about my day. Just smile, quiet, judging. Stop smiling. Stop it, please. I need to hear you say something. Shout at me, cry, I don't care. Laugh, talk to me, talk to me. Talk to me, 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 talk to me. That was fun. Yep. Told you. There's a bunch of, like, dolls in here? That explains a lot. $1 billion cardboard industry. The foils suck. Pringles. That sounds good. Go for some potato chips. I haven't had potato chips in a while. Pringles are weird potato chips. But they are tasty and do come in a tube. Okay, so with that, I have access to another layer of this world. Wait. Wait, no. We're not doing that, that's stupid. We're going through the dining room instead. What's potato about Pringles? I'm fairly certain they're made of potatoes. I might be wrong on that front, but, you know, I'm pretty sure they're mostly potato, if not, you know, salt and oil. Partially hydrogenated this and that. That chair is empty. That chair wasn't empty before. That's not good. That's not good at all. That isn't kawaii. That isn't kawaii at all. This is, I'm still gonna come back here at some point and mess with the statue. I guarantee it. Like, it's got shiny eyes. Nothing with shiny eyes doesn't have that problem. One Piece card. There's a lot of card games I would like to try. I've even got some really weird ones. I have the Gregory Horror Show card game. Not really sure how that would even work. But it was like 15 bucks on Amazon, so I got it. Is that a statue of a knight? Yes, I believe so. We can look at it again. It's on the way. I mean, it's like kind of a traditional-looking statue. I'm not sure if, like, Tweed did all the artwork himself, or maybe he took things from other games, but it also kind of looks like the, just like a generic Civil War statue, to be honest. Or Revolutionary War statue. Everyone liked to be seen on a horse. It just makes you look better when you're on a bronze statue. Is the shell on the same level? Yes, but the shell is no longer spawning. I came over here to get that, but I can show you. There is, in fact, a Gregory Horror Show card game. I have it in my possession. I believe it's also on Board Game Geek if you want to see it. The shell, when it spawned right here, and I've already used it. So I don't know if I should have given it to the knight first. That might have been smart. We can rewind a save file if we want to. I did want to see what's downstairs first. But I'm not... Wait, I hit the flower. I can go all the way down. But I'm not opposed to that line of thinking. This would take about How long would it take? I didn't save after that, so I'd have to re-enter the code if I wanted to know. It'd be a little bit annoying. We'll look at the wet laundry first. Okay. Okay, good. It's not crashed. Well, that was bad. I'll take that trade. Used to play EDH on Spell Table sometimes. Haven't done that in a few years. EDH? Yeah, I'm going to PAX Unplugged, so I'll see a bunch of other weird games soon enough. Quite a wide area. That seems important. Hastily scribbled note. Eliza, I messed up bad. I invited a friend over to help us in the kitchen, and the guards arrested him. Something about unauthorized entry. Since when was that an issue? I must speak to Night Watch right away. I must sort this out. If you find Claude, say Betty needs you to see him, urgently. I used to become Meld Commander. When do you think I'll do the PAX review? I haven't done that. What? Oh, for PAX Unplugged? Probably not. That one's really hard to do. I still need to do one for SGDQ. I don't know if Anon goes. I think Anon lives in Utah. So I don't think it'd be at PAX Unplugged, because PAX Unplugged is in Philly, which is like on the other side of the country from Utah. Oh, okay. There was something there. This area is confusing. Roland's diary. Damned Cressidia is still trying to expand my horizons. This time it was fine arts. She took me to a guest room on floor 3, to a painting there, a masterpiece apparently. But I thought it was hideous, dark, gloomy, totally ghoulish. Who would want a painting of the gallows? I see enough of that in my line of work. Time to feed the prisoners. Hope inmate 7 is quiet today. We had to move him into confinement after last time. It's not creepy. Isn't everything on the otherwise side of the country if you live on each other? That was more or less the point I was making, yes. I did the right thing this time. Justice. Huh. Well, it does say death, but I don't know if I trust... In retrospect, it was death. Huh. If only there was some sort of way I could have been warned about that beforehand. Oh well. I want to try out HeroSoft's idea anyway. So... And if I use a manual reset, it'll remove Pokey. Because that's what manual reset does. Where was I going? I'm already on the other far side of this. So I need to go over here. See? That dude did move. Sing the Ohm Death jingle. You dead, 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 dead. I think that's from, what's the name of that game? Full Throttle? Like, every time you die in that one, you're serenaded with death, like, singing along and playing the bass or something. Oh, this is still floor 2. What was I thinking? I need to be on floor 3. Yeah, that's one of those weird LucasArts games. Because they kept trying weird things, and that one, like, has, like, motorcycle fighting sequences. I think. It's been a while. Okay. Horse. Lion. Wolf. Bear. Cow. Snake. Dragon. Unclog. Also, I probably should say, so far, this has been really well made. Like, I've been enjoying this. There have been some good jump scare type things. Don't die now? I know. That's the hard part. Good news is I figured out the lunge range, at least. Ugh. And then we'll have to die afterwards so I can go back to my useful save. Don't understand how he has time to make ROM hacks while streaming full-time. Some people just don't sleep. That's my best theory. Yeah, there's probably some people helping out. I don't know if Tweed is, like, knows how to do any assembly stuff, but there's definitely seemed to be some unique things going on in this. All commissioned and outsourced. Only way we'll find out is get to the end. But I mean, other people have made hacks and streamed full-time, like Barb did it. Juz is in the process of doing it. Like, I don't know how long this has been in the, like, pipeline for Tweed. Barb made hacks on stream. He didn't make all of them on stream. Oh, wait, what am I doing? This is not where I wanted to be at all. In fact, I just literally made this take longer for me. I just, like, instinctually went where I thought I needed to go. Oh, it's true. I mean, I saw Invictus 2, the, like, demo he brought to last year's SGDQ. A little bit. Germdove broke it. It was broken. Everyone knew it was broken. Barb has kids and family. It's true that Barb has kids and family now. I might be toast. No, I'm not hosed. Good, I'm close enough to dying that this makes this easy when I want to leave. I give you shell. I throw shell at you. I don't think that this is the thing he wants. Yeah, darn family obligations and whatnot. Come on, come kill me. Oh no, it's definitely worth trying. Don't get me wrong. I am perfectly happy having done it. It was worth doing. I just need to go do the loop back. And then we can go places of interest. Instead of searching for it, the statue really looks like it. I suspect that there'll be something else we do with the statue when we find the fourth piece of information. Also, I guess I want to do a quick lap, because I swear I saw a flower door on this floor, but I don't remember. This is one of those cases where I probably should have been taking better notes. But I suspect what will happen is that when we find the fourth thing, there'll be something to do with the statue, and we'll be able to do it then. We went through that door. There's a cadence to these things. Yeah, this is new. The painting calls to you. Reach out and touch it. No! Self, you know, Tweed is posh enough to be able to outsource all his manual labor. I touched the painting. We read about it. Alright, well, clearly there's... This is probably relevant. Let's try to get it all on screen and take a picture. That owns Tweed. That looks bad. It's fine. I mean, he mentioned that there was a painting here to come visit. Which thing looks bad? Oh, the pokey hand? Yeah, that should be a hand, but it's pokey. I presume that there's some other tile that's being overridden. But it's fine. The hand is correct. It's a hand when not being pokey. Do not worry about the hand. See a picture that says he's calling me? Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, that was what the gist of that other dude's message was. Yeah, that's creepy. Why does she want me liking this gallows picture? I see a lot of gallows in my real life. Because he's apparently an executioner. A burn one. I'm going to get a few more in a minute when I go to the basement. It does, but apparently the Hanged Man, when you're reading tarot, is not necessarily a bad thing. Probably about a year ago, I was on the East Coast, and my sister was like, "You want me to draw you a tarot card for the day?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" She draws me the Hanged Man. I'm like, "I'm going to the dentist. I don't want that. That's clearly bad for me." That's not what the Hanged Man means, but you know, it's one of those things. Tower is the really bad one, I think. But I'm not an expert in tarot, and it's not really a thing I care much about. Outside of the Fool's Errand, of course. But that's also another hill of beans. Okay, and then I grab this. It's going to do the jump scare. Magic jump thing always followed me. It'd be a little harder to implement, but it is kind of what happens here. Kind of. Okay, so we successfully made it down there. I'm going to go right first instead of left when I get down to the bottom floor. Oh, there's a pixel for me to look at. Oh, a save thing! That would have been nice. Save over B. Death could either be good or bad, as an instance it indicates the end of something, could be life, or some other things can end. Sometimes it's good for things to end, like long projects. But, yeah, tarot, complicated. Star door. Okay, so basically all I would have gotten had I gone to the right first would have been a save, which would have saved me a substantial amount of time. Mistakes were made. Okay, and then there was this door, which gave us the information to go check out the painting, which we did. Well, no, it's not the painting. That's the person worrying about their friend who got arrested for sneaking into the kitchen. Okay, and then this part was confusing, because I went in this door, and it put me in that door. Where does this put me? Back at this door. Okay, so let's explore a little further in this direction first. How about this door? I heard that, Curtis. This is nothing. I'm really bad at that. Okay. Okay, I'll take that extra health shroom, that's fine. Right, stand directly underneath them, that's the key. Okay. Or not. So far, the set of doors has really sucked. Oh. Okay. Guess I shouldn't have touched that. Did I learn anything? I'm not entirely sure. Guess don't touch that. man, it's almost 2 already. Make something like this, you would make the case the RNG value and sometimes spawns in the halls at random to keep people on toes. I could see that. And I'm grateful he didn't. Okay, 1, 2. Door number 2 is nice. We go in door number 2. Door number 3 has an irritating thing in it. Door number 4, which I think has a glyph over it. With what is that glyph? I cannot see it well enough. Can you guys even see the glyph at all? I don't think you can. There's a door there, I swear. Like, seriously? Yeah, you guys can't see anything. Oh my. Yeah, there's something above the door. It looks like a C. There we go, there is something in here. Reddish scratchings. 5 reflect on their crimes. The Koopa thief, Clive the Swift, quick and silent, he made his lift. The arsonist Spark left the blaze, watched it burn with dead-eyed gaze. The charlatan Yoshi, filmed the deceit, flimmed the deceit, smiled as he sold lies in the street. Understandable. It is very dark. I should have adjusted the gamma for the capture too, but it's a bit late for that. Maybe it's not too late for that. The drunkard Chuck, Carlos the Mess, drowned in violence and bitterness. The trespasser Shy, boffed the quiet, fooled the guards, and tried to hide it. Dangle both where the innocent one brave, then follow them down into the grave. Okay. Play Yumi Nikki. Try playing it a bit. Lawn mowing simulator. I'm familiar with Yumi Nikki a little bit. A little bit. It's one of those games that's old and weird and has quite the sort of cult following. And the guy who made it doesn't really like to talk to people. Okay, this is the room that told us to go look at the painting. Thought it was the black room. Definitely a vibe. Oh, absolutely. Okay, right. Justice. Okay, so we have the 5 things. I suspect we're supposed to fall in them based upon the poem. I want to check to see if there's anything more to the left. Yeah, chicken wing. Okay. So this is where we need to be. Just ice, pretty much. Alright, so let's read the last few lines again. The trespasser Shy fooled the guards and tried to hide it. Dangle both where the innocent one brave, then follow them down into their grave. Reflect, so it's a mirror. That's important. Sup, Steven? Okay, and so... I don't even... Oh, I know why I took those pictures. Does Rosa have hand? Probably. What are we looking at here? Not much is actually pretty accurate. Let me make it a little bit better for people. I haven't done this in a while. I need to remember to turn it off when I'm done. But it probably would help. Let's see. Go here. Go here. Configure video. Video decoder. Proc amp. Okay. Let's... Okay, those are the defaults. I can't adjust this. I hope I didn't just kill the video card. Okay. Let's be more careful this time. Can I adjust these? up a little bit. Let's turn up the brightness a little bit. Does that help? It does. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, that's kind of close to what I'm seeing. And then if I poke defaults, it puts it back to where it was. Okay, cool. Let's go with 160. Yeah, let's go with that. That's good enough. Hopefully that'll make it easier for you all to see. I didn't even think about it, because it's just, like, I had to turn up gamma on the projector to do this, and it's a bit of a mess that way. But it's a darky game. It's to be expected. Okay, now back to the actual puzzle solving. Yeah, I wonder how much of this game has literally just been you guys looking at Pokey on a dark screen and me talking to myself. Because, dear Lord, probably take day and night. Let me just take a screenshot to compare. This is one of the nicer rooms, too. 99% when you commit. You know, really, I should have done that at the beginning, but... apparently, I can't explain taste. I suppose so. Let's try to solve this riddle now, shall we? Alright, so we have different symbols. Almost none of which I can identify. Let's see. Thief Koopa. These are hard to see. Arsonist Spark. I guess that's Spark? Feels like Tweed style. This wasn't intended. Yeah, what I should have done when you start a new game is it gives you the classic, like, you should be able to see these things up your gamma till you can see it. And I thought it would be good enough for y'all to see it from the outset, and it wasn't. I mean, it's murder mayhem everywhere. When I add, you don't see anything to Cluman 2. Fair. Fair. Hope it's not gonna blow it out when we're in a lighter room, but there's only so much I can do. Dangle both where the innocent one brave. Dangle both. What do I... Ah, dangle. Dangle where the innocent one brave. Dangle both where the innocent one brave, then follow them to the grave. So does it tell me to do two different things? Which one would be innocent? But this does answer a question about what to do. So I have pictures. But these pictures are hard to assess what they are. Oh, wait, that's a camera. Okay, we found the Yoshi one, I suppose. He filmed it. Okay. And also, it's reflected over an axis. So this one to my right here is the Yoshi one, even though it's on the left on the other side. But one innocent, or the innocent one brave. How would I know which one's innocent? I mean, these are really hard to discern. I think we might need to walk back there and look. Take another screenshot now that the gamma's higher up. Because I can't really discern what I'm looking at well enough. And also, there might be some other useful information. If there is useful information, I'm not sure where to find it. We need to go back to the third floor. Really bad at not getting hit by that guy. It's not this one, it's the next one. And then we go in and look at the painting, which is over here. Touch it. You know, it does kind of still look like her hand now that I think about it. Or it looks like her bending over, one or the other. Okay, now that we can all see, this is what I was looking at. Yeah, that is much easier to see now. Okay, so with the poetry we have, I think we need to identify these graves, but I'm not really sure what to do here. It seems like I want to go two of them. I want to dangle in two places where two were innocent, but I'm not sure how to determine innocence here. Like, can we read the grave markers? No. Can we... What? Okay, it makes noises when I do that. That's at least useful. Yeah, Yoshi, this is Yoshi the filmmaker. This is the shy guy, I suspect. That looks like a flame, I'm pretty sure. That's a coin, and then there's an X. I'm not really sure which one is which. Okay, I'd assume the coin is the Thief Koopa. That makes enough sense, I suppose. The arsonist would be the flame. I don't think that's particularly difficult. The drunkard Chuck. Don't know which one of these would be the drunkard Chuck. X is the liar. I think that might be the case, is that the X is the one that's the innocent one. Because I don't have the drunkard Chuck here. Like, none of these scream beer to me. Like, I'm looking at the camera and thinking, could that be like a frosty mug of ale? But I really don't think it is. I think it's like a classic film camera. So if there's an X here, that's probably the innocent one. So we have Koopa for the coin. Yeah, I think it's the Chuck. The drunkard Chuck apparently was innocent. So we need to dangle here and then follow him to the grave. It could be a mug, but the more I look at it, like, I don't think it's a mug. It really looks like a camera because of the position of the lens. The Aussie paw looks like a beer. It could be a beer. Yeah, it kind of looks like a beer. Maybe the camera one, then? Because, like, the rest of these I can match up pretty easily. Like, we have... That's clearly a coin on the far right. I mean, I'm looking at a screenshot instead, so let's move here so you all can see. I'm pretty sure that's a coin. That's like a Mario RPG coin. That's what that is. There's an X, which I presume is the one we're interested in. I'm not really sure how the poetry helps us here, knowing that it's the Chuck, though. Alright, well, I think that we have enough information. Remember, this is mirrored, so it's really the second one from the front. Is a beer relevant? Yeah, there is a... So there's a poem that we have that tells about 4 alleged criminals. And one of them was a drunkard. That's his crime. Public intoxication. And so I guess the Yoshi is the one that's innocent for our purposes. I've burned through a lot here. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm about to die. Let's just go back. You know, it's just gonna be faster. It would have been faster if I hadn't dithered. Because I also haven't saved since reading all those things. It's probably okay to burn through a little bit of HP for this. We are going to save after this, of course. We'll put it over C. Once again, I really shouldn't have bothered with striping my saves. There really wasn't a good reason to do it. But this is probably for the best. I'm probably going to die anyway if I get this wrong. But thankfully we got the save point that wasn't a miserable distance away. Oh, it's the other one. Have clear symbols? I guess so. Alright. Yep, that was it. You obtained the feather key. Where's the jump scare? Oh, there's a save. That's not ominous. We'll go over C again. Did the right thing on accident, I think. Ah, okay. Yeah, those guys hate stairs. They are fast. He's faster than me. Oh, whoops. I'm scared. Yep. I'm dead again. Oh well. These things happen. What's up, Raptor Baptor? I'm on C. You know, they gave me a save at the beginning of this. I'm fine with this. All things considered. Still think so far this has been better, slightly better made than The Lost Island of Alana. Even admittedly, though, I did like some of the puzzles. That was a wall. He can apparently... No, he's stuck on the wall. I can't tell what this area looks like. Alright, so clearly I don't want to go down there. It's like I'm running on a treadmill. I can't see half of what I'm doing. Do I want to stay up or go down? It's impossible to know. Okay, I just died. He was faster than me last time. He just decided to not exercise as much today. This time around. Look, it's insanely hard to see this. Even, I told you, I had to jack the gamma up to the point where I could actually play this. It's not my favorite thing to do. What? Oh, I want me... Pfft, that's a dead end. You know what? Just kill me. Dead. Dead, dead, dead. We are dead. Thought you were hot. Turns out you're not. Okay. So when I see him jump upwards, I can leave him behind. Jump over him. Jump up here. Rock this nuisance. Heal up, because I think it's reasonable. Okay, I can't actually go back up. Hopefully that wasn't where I wanted to be. And then there's a pit. Blind jump! Do I want to ascend? Okay, that's one of the slow tentacle-y jobs. Crud. Do I have to go up this? No? What's going on here? Oh, there it goes. Just wouldn't let me up. Get out of here. Alright, so that's what that door is for. Well, I might have to end up doing it again, but whatever. We have the feather key, which gets us access to a fair number of things now. Mostly on the second floor and first floor, if I recall correctly. Go to the first floor first. Second floor one takes longer to get to. There's this room, and then the one on the far right. Or far left. The Mushroom Chapel. Newspaper clipping. However, reports of mass disappearances continue to mount. What started as a few AWOLs and the castle staff has now spread throughout the kingdom, with entire families vanishing overnight. The City Watch, again, urged the public to remain calm, yet shared no details on what they believed was behind the exodus. We reached out to the castle for comment, yet were declined. It has been 3 weeks since the princess has last made a public appearance. That's a little creepy. Also, what is this? It's like a little holy water holder? I don't know. That chair is very bright. Oh, this is like an audience chamber. It's not a church. I think it said audience, didn't it? Yeah, audience chamber. Huh. Well, didn't die. Note to staff. Gardeners. I've left the gate key with your foreman. Should you ever need a spare, there's one upstairs on the second floor. Be sure to return it immediately after use. And remember to trim around the Queen's statue this time. You can find it by following the Sparrow's Run. Random thought. Wish they may remake Game of Thrones with a shotgun instead of swords. Oh, pull it back. Gone. I'm the last one left. Soon I'll be next. But I won't go quietly. Oh no, I've locked all the doors. The princess is still skulking around somewhere. Time for a little game. Time for me to play Mario. Where are you, princess? God, I'm gonna have to, like, fight a toad gardener with gardening shears. The gate is locked. In retrospect, we should have gone to the second floor first. Alright, let's hope that the tentacle dude above me isn't gonna immediately wreck me, because I don't know what else to do. Did these things evolve? Yeah, those things have evolved. Lovely. Taste my Valyrian steel plate. Pellets. Nick Stark. Ow! It's very much like doing Romeo and Juliet in the modern day. I guess, no, I saw it. Was it Hamlet? King Richard? King Lear? I forget which one. Did watch a movie that did one of the Shakespeare things, except it was World War II. That was actually kind of fun. Okay, dining room. Still wonder if there's a fourth part of that story. Let me go over here. You know what I haven't done in a while? Saved. Because I did. I can't do anything about that yet. I'm certain that statue is going to be important. That or Tweed has led me on a massive goose chase, which would be truly amazing. Alright. The drawing room. It's the only place I can think of where there would be a key. Giving me one of those is not... Oh, hey, they're little birds! That's probably relevant. Real remake of first Harry Potter movie with wands instead of Glocks. I mean, that is a long history, right? The whole replacing the word wand with... Or wand with wang, I guess, is what I remember. There's a bash.org quote, certainly. Where would I use this? Like, it's a... Found something. An old bureau. There's a gate key inside. Yeah, I'm glad I spammed there. Okay. Oh, this is bad. Nothing quite like some Paper John to jump scare anyone. We don't even need jump scares. We just got Paper John. Yeah, someone actually played this act. I have no idea if it's good or not. Probably isn't. But you gotta admit, it's truly an amazing sprite. He looks like a bootleg Wario. You know, he kind of does. He'd be starring in his own, like, adventure, like, platforming game, but it was on one of those multi-carts. I can't go anywhere. Oh, get in there. Good. Oof. Okay. Here's the stratagem. We go in, we go out, we go in. Those things have a stun timer, I think, when you spawn, and they don't immediately go. We already did this. I don't need this. Whenever I hear a noise that I don't know why I can't... Oh! We're adventure now! Oh, no. Oh, I know what I need to do. I've messed it up. We have to go back. I don't want to go back. It's a long walk. The problem is I didn't take note of which spots each of the birds was in. Birdies were on the second floor in the drawing room. Do you hear the cuckoo singing in the cuckoo berry tree? If he says that that's a helmet, I suggest that you agree. But he'll find it isn't gold and will not make him bold and brave. Well, at least he'll find it useful if he ever needs a shave. Alright, we made it back. Thankfully this room doesn't have much in the way of nonsense. How do we interpret this bird clue? I think it's pretty straightforward. Each of these represents a cardinal direction. And therefore we just need to go in the direction that is put here. The black or possibly dark blue one, it's kind of hard to tell. Let's go black. That one's black on the floor. Is down, and the rest of them are simple. So this seems like a pretty straightforward puzzle. But I do like it suddenly becoming like an old school Atari adventure. I do wonder if there was like custom sprite work for that. I'm vaguely tempted to restart back and get the sprites back. We did save on the way. Yeah, let's do that. I want to see if there's custom sprite work for that. As funny as John is. We'll put John back afterwards. Where was I in my striping? B? If this is upstairs, then we should be good. Okay, this is before. Nope, this is after. So we have the gate key, so clearly this is the right time for that. Okay, cool. One of those things, you just kind of miss spin jumping when you don't have anything to do and you're just kind of walking back and forth. It's interesting to compare this a bit to some of the Halloween level design contest levels that I was playing, like, this month. Because some of them definitely had, like, this, you gotta walk slowly in order for it to be as scary as possible. And then you're like, well, that's kind of annoying. I'm just going really slow. Okay, cool. Oh, that's what happened. Something broke the window. Okay, cool. Now let's take advantage of our two pictures and figure out what we're doing. Okay, so we have the white bird first. White bird is up. Okay, so it uses Mario 1 sprite. That's cute. And then the red bird. Red bird is also up. Green bird, which is left. Blue bird, which is right. Blackbird, which is down. Yellowbird, which is up. Alright, we found a statue. We turned its eyes on. That's not creepy. Doesn't look much like Peach. I don't remember holding, like, a thing on her head. I don't remember her having a giant horn. But okay, each their own. Right, we activated the statue, and now we have more monsters. Since we activated that statue... Okay, thoughts. One, the audience chamber might be more relevant now. Does not appear to be so. This is... Was this... I don't remember if that was knocked over when we last saw it. I could not activate that last time. Rally the court to the crown. Push the button. Nothing happened. Duke, Prince, Queen. Could there be more switches? Probably. Alright, so what was that it said specifically? Rally the court to the crown. Okay. Duke, Prince, Queen. Well, the next obvious place to look for a statue that does something... Jesus. Is that room with the statue. You know, the one we noticed several times. That's the same floor I'm on. Alright, how do I get there from here? Like, that's the only other statue I can remember seeing. Were there any other feather doors? I don't remember if there's any other feather doors beyond those two. Is there one downstairs? There might have been one downstairs. Why am I going to the drawing room? That's the worst part, is when they just stun for half a second. This is the room I want to be in. Other switches. Other switches. Save what we see now. I really shouldn't have bothered with striping, because I do back up my saves every 5 minutes. Alright, I don't really know what to do now. There might be other switches. Not there. That might be the case. I may have accidentally activated that statue without thinking about it. There were a couple other weird activations that happened inexplicably, and I don't know if I have a save that has all of them. Ballroom. From the ballroom... Oh yeah, there's only left. There was one other spot with sparkly eyes that I remember seeing. And I think I know where that is. I don't remember if I activated it this loop around. But I know where it is. So it won't be too hard to get there. It's just basically mildly annoying. Hate that guy. Yeah, I can no longer assume certain things are true. Yeah, here. That was the other statue. That's 3 statues. Now, at least that means I didn't have to walk that far. But I definitely discovered that one on accident earlier, just by right-clicking around. I think the elevator to floor 2. No, floor 1. I feel like I'm in the home stretch of this. But yeah, I found 3 statue switches that are activated as far as I can tell. So that should do something here. Push the button. I get a crown. Can I wear it? Is it a P-switch? No, it's just a crown. I have a crown now. Put that together. That seemed like the logical thing. You obtained the star key. Where do I use the star key? I don't ever see anything to use a star key on. Where would I use a star key? Well, progress is progress. Star key. Where would there be? I have one idea. Is it any key? Well, the thing is like I already have access to every door at this point. Except this one. The mouth seems satisfied. Ah, for Pete's sake. Okay, I guess that's one mark I'm gonna put. Like having the dude spawn on top of you if we re-inspect that door is kind of mean. Not in here. This has the death key. You have to have a thing to go through there. I don't remember seeing anything marked with a star. Like, the only thing I could think of is just to sweep the floors and see if I can find anything that looks starish. But I don't remember seeing another door that didn't look openable with the chicken wing. I'm also disappointed that I don't have the 4th part of the story. I wonder how it ends. Where's the any key? Oh, this all this computering's making me thirsty. Let me order a tab. Oh, no time for that now. The computer's starting. Where's my tab? It's the Esk, Catarl, and Pig Up. Pig Up indeed. That's the end of the line. Okay, so... Star key. Alright, those aren't... Yeah, those are mushroom areas. Alright, I think we can say that there's no use for the star key on this floor. At least that we've found so far. Floor 2 is really annoying. Let's look at floor 1 again. Maybe we'll see something there really quick. Oh, not there. Not there. I feel like I've opened every door that I can remember. Like, we're at a point where there's nothing new. Maybe in the basement? Yeah, there was something... Wasn't there something in the basement? There was. Oh, wait, what? Well... No, there wasn't really, now that I think about it. Well, that was not what I was expecting there. Gonna save. And hopefully this thing doesn't spawn on me as I'm standing here. Close enough. That's the star door. There's a lot of blood in here. Yeah, for some reason in my mind, this is where I came out of the dungeon when I fell through the grave area. Oh, I'm not allowed to slide. Yeah, not allowed to slide. In fact, I can only go left and right. That's all I have. So I'm just going to let him go. I have nothing else to do here. It's just automatic. It's a very long way down. Do you think something's going to happen, or do you think it's just going to go on indefinitely? Just the music's, or the sounds need to be getting louder. This is a lot of build-up. I sure hope it doesn't let me down. Oh, there's a door here. And Mario wakes up in bed, where there's ticking noises. There's just a... Oh no. Letter to Mario. Dear Mario, please come to the castle. 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 Yeah, I'm not reading all that. That's just please come to the castle a lot. Is that it? Is that the ending? Nope. So I'm in the castle, presumably. I have two choices. I have a save point. I choose the save point. I choose B. I don't know where I am in the cycle, but I choose B. Choose that. Let's go through this door. This seems like a safer door. Maybe not. Like, there's two doors. I'm a bit worried. Oh, that's the door I came in. Okay. Well, I did want to see if there's anything more here. There wasn't. You think she... Yeah, I think she may want me to come to the castle. The Peach doll from the save is dead? Wait, what? Is that what that was supposed to be? A Peach doll? Oh. For some reason I thought it was a candle. I could see that. Well, that doesn't look good. I'm gonna let that thing be alone. Let's leave it alone. It's happier that way. Where? This is the ballroom. This doesn't look right. Well, I'm dead anyway. Oh. Balls. I wanted B. It's gonna be easier to do that. Okay. So we're back in the castle, but it's even more irritating and twisted than before. I can go in there, that's the ballroom. The ballroom kind of sucks. Let's see what our other options are. That's a window. That's intractable, I suspect. Alright, cool. We have to do the thwomp thing again. Yeah, I'm just gonna rotate around here. That hurt a lot. To be or not to be? That is the question. Okay, so we go back through here and hopefully don't die to the various things. Getting off the floor so I can walk the dinosaur. I was not properly walking the dinosaur. This is not where I expected to put me out. Bit of a tricky jump, that. Alright, so what's in here? Nothing I can access presently. I'm gonna burn another mushroom. Anyone here? Okay, that's where I was expecting to eventually arrive, is this door, since I wasn't able to get there from the front. This is the library. The library. Fairly easy to avoid those. Should have done a better job. Really knocked me back onto the stage. Okay, so now I'm down here. This is not where I expect to... Okay, there's a door. Guess we'll go in the door. Or differenter door. I have choices. Try this one. It feels the same. There are doors. They're numbered with Roman numerals. There's a health shrill. The lowest is 2. 2, what, 4, 3, maybe 3? 1, 3. Say freeway? That was a terrible thing to do. Go through the door. Balls. I don't have a 5-digit code, so if there is a 5-digit thing that I need to do beyond just go through the doors in order, I don't know what it would be. But I also burnt a lot of mushrooms getting through there, and I can do better. There we go, that's how you do it. Then you get prepared. See, this time, it was different. Okay, we made it to this room, which takes us to the library. Not what I meant to do. This is fine, though. Still got nicked by him. This is still substantially better than we did last time. Okay, so that put us in door 3. That's door 1. 5. I'm gonna assume it's just you enter the doors in order. I don't have anything else in my notes that would indicate otherwise. 1. 2. 3. 4. I want to look at that text one more time, because I didn't really catch what it said. Escape. Yeah, no thanks. 5. Okay. Looks like things are different. Somewhat. It's a wall. I can go to the really creepy door, or a regular door, or escape. Fuck's sake. I really shouldn't be getting got by that. Like, it's really just ridiculous to be caught by the friggin' escape thing more than once. The worst part is I have to redo the door puzzle, which isn't an interesting puzzle. And get hit more because I'm an idiot. At least that guy didn't get me. This time I'm choosing the door. Wait, what? Door. Oh, okay. Well, at least I didn't have to do that again. Try the normal door first. What am I looking at? More accurately, what's looking at me? I don't know what any of these objects will be here for this. Can I leave? I'd like to leave. Oh. Creepy tombstone. Royal staff. Cressedia, Claude, Elsa, Roland. Oh, no. Each of these people had a job, and I have no idea which was which. How would I figure this out without going back and reading all the notes? Okay, so what I'm supposed to do here while being watched by the creepy Mario face is I'm supposed to match up each of the ordered things by what job these people had. So, cook, gatekeeper, I guess, librarian, doorman, lamplighter, I don't know, and sickle person, I don't know, gardener, and mop. So there were dialogues about, like, various things that people were doing in various places in the game. The only thing I could think of, actually, is to, unfortunately for me, reset and pick an earlier save, and then go back into the regular castle and figure this out, because I can't do it from here, and I don't... There is a door, I guess we should try the door out. But I don't remember who did what. I wasn't paying attention to the names. I should have been, but I wasn't. So I think that's the best option. As much as it kind of sucks. I know where some of the notes are. I don't know where all of the notes are. So we should at least be able to figure that out. I think A will be fine for this. I don't think it matters. We just need to remember that I need to not oversave anything. And that B is the important save. So one of the important notes was over here. In this first door. I think so. Eliza, I messed up badly. Friend would help us in the kitchen. So Betty is... I just need to write this down somewhere. Betty equals cook. Claude might be night watch. Let's just write that down for a second. Claude equals night watch. We'll just pencil that in. That's like the only one I remember. Well, I remember where some of them are. We'll figure out the rest. Okay. Creepy puppets. Used an alias. Floor 1. We'll go into the library and see if we can find a useful message. I think there was an Alice. I should have taken a picture of that! Oh, that was dumb! I don't remember all of the ones I'm looking for. I know Claude, probably Betty, but I don't remember the other names. Fudge. Okay, you know what? Let's do something smart here. Let's not be dumb. Let's not waste a lot of time. I'm just gonna go back, because I can rewind my stream. Because I happen to have a massive streak of some sort, and I subbed to myself. Cresselia, Elsa... Okay, we're looking for these people. Don't unpause. Don't you dare unpause. Okay, the people we're looking for. Cressida. Claw. Blued. Eliza. Who's on a different row for some reason. And Roll that. Roll it. Okay, cool. Those are the jobs we need to know. Really wish I'd just taken a screenshot, but here we are. So we need to figure out who those people were. I don't know who they were. This one didn't have a name. Rewind from subscribers is kind of strange. It is. I'm kind of guessing they want to do a slow rollout to see just how stressful it is on their server or something. I really don't know. But that's my guess. Also one of those things... Oh, was that it? Cleans the ceilings. Huh. That explains a few things. But I don't know. Okay, no names in this one. At least no names that I'm looking for. This was a note. That was the fourth mad scribblings. I don't need the mad scribblings. I do need the note that I think was from Alice. Eliza. Okay. Eliza is a name I need. Okay. Let's delete these. Eliza's a librarian. Didn't spell it right, but I don't care. Just gonna burn through my mushrooms, because I'm gonna use the other save. There's no reason to come back to this one. Then we can go to the groundskeeper room, which will give us a hint about who, because I'm pretty sure he had a name. Whee! Of course there's one in here now. That's just inconvenient. Gardeners. Nope. Okay, so we don't know who the gardener is. That's mildly annoying. If I die here, it's not... Okay, that's also a little annoying. Let's put a marker down for that. It's not really that big of a deal, but like having a monster spawn on your head kind of sucks when you're looking at something. But it's also like expected, I guess? I don't know. I've had that happen in 2 different instances. There was another note in this area that I wanted to look at really quick. That's the door out. That's the elevator. That's the door with the first... This is the door with the note. Let me look at this. It does say a few people. Eliza, I messed up bad. Let's speak to Nightwatch right away. I must sort this out. If you see Claude, says Betty needs to see an urgently. I think this implies that Claude might be Nightwatch, but I'm not sure. Like, that's the problem. I do think there was another note addressed to Claude, so we can go find that, but still. And then the first door here had a note that was useful. Roland's diary. Cressidia is still trying to expand my horizons and to find art. She took the guest room there. Okay, so Roland is definitely our jailer. It's time to feed the prisoners. So I think that that's okay. We figured out that. Claude might be Nightwatch. And then I don't know what Cressilia does. She might be a cleaning staff? But we at least have theoretical answers for most of the important things. What this kind of reminds me of is when I played Banjo-Kazooie and got to the end and realized that I would need to be quizzed on basically every single thing that I had learned in the entire game. And I was terrified. Is there any... There's a mushroom. And then there's this jackass. Is that a note? That's a mop. Okay, just there's a mob. Wait, what? Yeah, at the end there's like a quiz. The game makes you like shows you pictures of places like what level's this from? What music is this level for? What level is this music used in? Like there's a ton of it. It also asks you a bunch of questions about like Granelda, whatever her name is, Grunty. Yeah. It was one of those like, dear God, really? This is how you decide to end your game? And then there's a long ass boss. A real long ass boss after that. One of these days I'll clean up and edit my banjo playthrough. There's a non-trivial number of things just sitting on YouTube needing edits, and I'm lazy. Because you didn't finish. Yeah, I got help from Twitch. Not, oh, Claude. Claude is a night watchman. I got help from Twitch chat for a few things. But like also my setup was bad. Like I wasn't able to see things as well as I am now because I wasn't using a powered splitter and I wasn't using earbuds, so I couldn't hear the music very well. It all together was just a kind of a clusterfuck. And when I said in chat after I finished, I'm like, maybe I'll play the second one. Like someone's like, bro, you need to be able to see better to play the second one. Your setup is not built for this. And I was like, okay, fine. So I haven't played the second one yet. Maybe one day, but not Nuts and Bolts. I actually own Nuts and Bolts. I bought it pretty much after it came around when it came out, and I was so disappointed. Does this one mention... Doesn't mention any names, okay. The one from 2D is better because the skull and grunty questions in Kazooie are awful. Yeah, I don't remember the board game well enough to state which squares were the worst, but like... They were an awful lot of like, oh yeah, then do this thing in a strict amount of time. That one was not as bad. Sometimes. It depended upon the task. Alright. The thing that the LD... Oh, I can't read that anymore? Oh. Alright, so I know 3 of them. I don't know who Cresselia is. I don't know if there's a note elsewhere that would help me with that answer. Like, what sucks is basically I'm going to have to go, like, troll the entire second floor if I want to find any more notes. And I'm trying to remember if there are any non-crazy notes on the second floor. Don't remember there being any? But it's hard to recall. Grunty questions are randomized. You have to ask your sister for answers. There are a lot of them in the game. Skulls pick a random question and kill you for failing to answer correctly instantly, which can also be a grunty question. Kill many speedrun technique. You. The grunty ones, I actually managed to find a non-trivial number of those, and so I don't think I dropped any of those. Is my recollection. It's also been a while. Still wonder what happened to that thing there. But yeah, I had a text file open with all of the grunty answers I got. Any of them I found, I would just write down verbatim, which was fun. I mean, I know for certain what 3 of them are. There's an argument that I could go and cycle through and figure it out. Currently, my best guess with Cresselia, or what Christina, or whatever her name is, the one that starts with C, is that she's probably a maid. Doesn't seem like she was a gardener. We're gonna rotate through here. There's like 2 more doors that I think have at least a note of some sort. If anyone has a good guesses, let me know, because I'm not certain about that. I don't really love an extra degree of freedom, and Tweed has been good about this so far. like, pretty good about this so far, I think. Like, not having missing data, except for the logic puzzle at the beginning, which did have some independence, but also it wasn't costly to try things. Suspicious note, Mr. L. That's not anybody I care about. I don't know anyone's last name. Okay, so we had 2 notes talking about Chrysilla. One asking for her help. Mentioning Claude, implying Claude was a night watchman. And the other one where Roland mentioned her. I guess we can roll with it. I don't love it. I wonder if there's a note somewhere else that I just don't remember where it is. But, like... yeah, I don't know. Oh, it won't be hard to brute force. I don't love that, though. I'm pretty sure they're all different. I only have, like, one thing to cycle through. Like, basically hitting a block 6 times is not a challenge. It's a matter of, I don't know exactly what she is, and that bugs me that I can't logic it out, because I want to know, not implicitly, but explicitly, what all the things are. That's all that is to me. Like, from a pure, like, design of, I like this game, I want to know kind of things. Oh, they don't have a collision on the side they're not on. That's interesting. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, then he jumps up. I walk over here, we get the thwomp. I assume this is the chrysalis that was mentioned in another message. Can't go in there, jump over that. But since there was another one where there was, I feel, a degree of freedom in the, like, classic logic puzzle sense, I don't know for sure. And I just don't know enough about Tweed and his puzzle sensibilities. I just don't. Like, I don't know what kind of puzzle person he is. Clearly he's a puzzle person, he made this. But I don't know, like, proclivities. And where, like, you won't do things. So, for instance, as an example for, like, weird stuff like that, many years ago, for the MIT Mystery, there was a puzzle called Crimes Against Cruciverbalism. Cruciverbalism, of course, is the fancy term for crossword puzzlers. Crossword puzzling. And basically the crux of that puzzle was, 1, it was a crossword. 2, many of the clues did things you shouldn't do in crosswords. For example, use the word that you're going to put to the crossword, right in the clue. Which can be funny if it's a cryptic, but, you know, other ones were like, it's a cryptic clue instead of a regular clue. There were a few other ones that had other weird problems. I don't remember all 5. There were like 5 or 6 classes of the crimes. Just stuff you don't do. There are rules to these things. And in MIT Mystery Hunt things, there's certain, like, expectations and design patterns as well. For instance, if there's a list of things where the clues are alphabetized, I expect that I'm going to need to reorder that list at some point in time. If the answers to those clues that aren't alphabetized happen to be alphabetized, then I assume they're alphabetized, and that's important. That's information I want to use. Okay, creepy Mario room. Let me look at this again just to be sure I got the order of these guys right. Roland, Eliza, Claude, and Roland. Okay. So the last one is a jailer, which is clearly represented with a key. That's easy enough. He said as he cycled around a second time. Librarian is Book Lady. Madam Librarian, Marion. I think Night Watch is probably the lantern, if I had to guess. And the last one, I'm not sure. Okay, brute forcing might be a bit trickier than I thought. She mentioned cooking in one of the letters? Let's go with that. Okay, so it doesn't work that way. It was left alone. That's nice. Maybe she's a cleaning lady. Maybe she's nothing? Well, she works, she's staff. She must have a job. I don't have a job. I work on my fashion. I mean... Well, maybe this isn't... Okay, would y'all agree this is a lantern, or do you think it could be something else? This particular symbol here that I'm basically hugging. Gardener? Maybe? Looks very lantern? Okay. Very much a just double-checking my logic. Like, I'm absolutely certain about the first three. Or the last three. Claude, Night Watchman. Roland. That looks right based upon my notes. I just don't know what Chrysidia did. Or does. But let's try your theory. The fact that it stays persistent is a pretty good chance. It's the empty one? We'll see. Nope. Maybe she had a duplicate job with somebody. Maybe she was also a jailer? We tried mop. We tried that. Like, we have 2 mentions of her, neither of which discuss, like, what she does. I don't think I've ever found a note written by her. Not everything... I agree, but that's also a weird preposition for a logic puzzle. It's also possible that, like, that this isn't the way you finish the puzzle, if that makes sense. Like, there might be a way that the puzzle resolves that isn't that. But I'm not sure. At this point, we've tried all the symbols. I'm not sure how this works, because other times when I've done something correct, it's beeped at me, right? So either I'm wrong, very possible. Maybe there's a different ordering I need to use. Like, the spacing here is weird. Like, there's also missing letters, right? So A-S-A-N. Asan. That's nothing. Oh, you had the same idea I did right then. Yeah, Asan doesn't inspire me with an ordering. If they were missing contiguous letters or they spelled something, but Asan doesn't mean anything. I think this is just to be creepy, but, like, I want to do something with this. A start north. You know, start doesn't actually pause the game in this one. A start A north. Yeah. Ollie north. Ollie north. I feel like she's probably a cleaner based upon, like, the other stuff we've seen. But, like, what do we do with this? This just makes me wish I'd actually gotten... Oh, that I'd actually gotten hold of Tweed. He was going to send me notes in case I got stuck. And then asked me how I wanted my notes sent. And I was awake. I was expecting him to message me on Discord, and he didn't, which is my mistake. I didn't see the Twitch messages until much later. And he still hasn't gotten back to me. But, like, what would I do at this point? I guess there was a door that could have been opened. I'm going to try that. I can't think of anything better at this point. Like, if anybody has a good idea, feel free to shout it out, because I don't. I went and looked and looked. I could not find something that definitively establishes Chrysilia's particular job. What is useful is there is a door that's after this that I couldn't access before. So maybe that's what I need to do. Oh. I'll loop around to that again. Like, no, that door still has chains on it. Take these chains out. And the rest of... That is irritating, when you go in a door and it comes out the wrong side. I'm certain this is done to disorient, but still. There are several doors I can't go in. And then this takes me back to the library. There's a chair on the desk, on the table. Maybe it's mirrored? I mean, the criminal puzzle made sense to be mirrored because it explicitly gave us the note reversed in the poetry. Which is why I'm less enamored with the other idea. But why not? It can't hurt. I keep going past the key. Okay, key, book. The creepy Mario side. Night watch. Anything. Okay, no ding. Yeah, I don't see what to do here. Wait, what? Look at the tombstone again, okay. The name positions? I suppose? I suppose? Yeah, they are left and right aligned, so we can put Cresselia on the left, Eliza on the right, and then we have to pick which one to put, where to put... Well, oh, I guess that can be disambiguated by the missing letter. Okay, let's do that. So we'll do Cresselia, then Claude, then Roland, then Eliza. Let's try that ordering. Okay, and so we still know what Cresselia is, but I'm going to put her as mop the time. We'll put her as cook for the time being. Cresselia, Claude was Night Watchman. And then we're switching Roland and Eliza, so Jailer. And Librarian. Two is block 2, 4 is block 3, yes. I think we're on the same page. Okay, nothing magic has happened. Yeah, I expect something magic to happen when we get the correct combination of things. Alright, I'm gonna take a step out of this room. The only other thought I have is maybe the eyes are important somehow. Like, they seem to be moving in a consistent-ish pattern, but it's really annoying. Alright, I'm going to take us back to this room, because I need a stand-up break. I've been sitting down for 3 hours and change. And this is a marginally better room to be stuck in terms of noises. So I will be right back, and if we can't come up with anything smart, we'll, we'll do something. We'll see. I'll be back in a minute. I have the worst timing. Well, thank you for the raid. It was an unexpected thing to come back to. Let me clear this message so we can see the other message. Dash Manager. 44, 77 friends just raided this message box. So thank you for the raid. Was up taking a quick stretch break. Kind of needed it. I'd been at this for 3 hours and change trying to solve this puzzle. Without much, well, with some amount of success. Some. Not enough, but some. Anyway, thank you for the raid. How was the stream? Hope it was something fun. We're just staring into the face of a rather disconcerting Mario and pondering different symbols that these could be. I like the use of standard Mario clouds where we're still looking at some sort of, like, Five Nights at Freddy-esque Mario face. Oh, what's up, Tweed? So far, I've been having a lot of fun. There have been a couple spots where I've gone, oh, dang it, but mostly I've been having fun. And I've only found a couple things that were mildly annoying at best, like monsters that spawn on you if you go back to read a note or something. But I'm a little bit hung up on this puzzle. The things I have found definitively, just to reiterate, is I found the tombstone and read it, and I have the names of these people that work in the thing. They're standard 2. Oh, that. That restandard. Oh, Resident Evil Synod. Okay. Yeah, I had no idea what you meant by that. Anyway, the plot, the current context of where I'm at is I have these names. They're missing some letters, which is weird to me, but I'm not really sure what to do with that information. Each of these people have a job. I'm pretty sure I know what Claude's job is, what Eliza's job is, and what Roland's job is. I don't know what Chrysitia's job is. I cannot find the note explicitly. There's 2 notes that mention her, but neither of them explicitly say what her particular thing is. I don't think, assuming that there's only one person who does any given job, I don't think she's the gardener, and I don't think she's the cook. I want to say she's a maid based upon other stuff, but I don't have a good definitive answer for this. And then I don't know if something's supposed to happen if I get this right in the room. If I need to go back somewhere else and escape again, or if I just need to do this and then magic happens. So that's where I'm at right now. Everything else I've managed to figure out between chat and myself. But this one I have been stumped on for a little bit. Something has to get right. Okay, cool. Alright, so back to thinking. Yeah, I definitely... The gardener note's kind of eh. I have the wrong symbols. Okay. Well, here was my thought. Like I said, I was assuming the order is Chrysidia, Claude, Eliza, and Roland. I don't know what Chrysidia is. I'm just leave her blank. We'll deal with that later. I was pretty sure Claude is a night watchman. Can we look at the tombstone again? Yeah, sure. I'm pretty sure Claude is a night watchman, and night watchman says to me, what the word I'm looking for, lad? Lantern. The missing letters are weird. I don't know what to make of that. I like these backgrounds. I'm wondering what they're from. Some of them look like very much like PS1 games, like the mouth at the beginning. It looks like it was taken from a PS1 game, but I can't prove it. If it's not the name order or alignment, it's missing letters that tell you the order. What letter is Eliza missing? Did I, miss a letter in Eliza? Where in the name? I like that. Yeah, but, yeah. You know what? It's easy enough to get back to the message that refers to Eliza. Is that the message that refers to Eliza by name? You know Eliza's the librarian. Try not to overthink it. Ah, dang it. I am overthinking it. So you think Eliza's block 1? I'm debating whether or not I want to go back into the real world and look for another message about Eliza, but I don't really want to. Tombstone fade over time. Erosion's harsh. It's true. How you doing, Yellow Leafs? Or what? Think Yellow Leaves. Don't overthink it. Like, the way I want this puzzle to work, I identified the jobs of everybody but Chrysidia. And I put them in this order. However, the ordering is weird. The spacing is weird. Yeah, actually, that would be nice. How many have I gotten right? Like, my thought was this is Night Watchman. This is Librarian. Pretty obvious, a book. And then the key is a jailer. Willow, I can work with that. 2 symbols are correct in the right order. 2? Wait. Okay, maybe... So we said it was time to feed the person in that particular thing. I thought he was a jailer. Maybe he's a cook. Okay, maybe not. I've made it worse. Oh yes, also, apologies for not replying to your message on Twitch. I was not expecting a Twitch message. I was awake, and then once you submitted, I'm like, oh, it just decided not to message me or something. Only one. I've got it worse. So I went and claimed it, because I have a Discord notification thing that comes off when there's new hacks. It's not like a big one, it just, I'm in the right Discord for it. Alright, so I have those 2 right and these 2 wrong. Fascinating. I really thought Claude was a Night Watchman. Now only one... What? Oh, so in this combination... I have this... So the Librarian is wrong? Well, let me look. I did a lap back. I should be able to find the message I was using. Boy, I love Twitch's new feature to be able to go backwards. Before I BRB'd. The message was in the library. I went to the library before this. Or did I? Roland, okay. Chrysidia is trying to expand his horizons. That one's not as useful. Trying to find where it is by scrubbing it. Suspicious note is not useful. Yeah, there was one in the library. I swear I found. Did I come to the conclusion she's... Eliza's, okay. Okay. So Eliza's diary. Things are getting scary. People are going missing throughout the castle. First Chrysidia, then Claude, now some new Paige. Rupert. Okay. Even now, some dignitaries from Sarissa Land have vanished quietly in the night. This place seems emptier. Need to relax. Starting to see things. Had a better... What room was this? What does that room look like? Okay, so looking at the room. This room is full of... has a smile in it. I actually don't know what room that's supposed to be. Like, looking at the room in the VOD... I guess this could be a storeroom. She could be a cook. Servants' quarters, yeah. Alright, let's try putting her under a pot. And then we'll cycle the other one. Because I still haven't figured out where to find out where she is. Alright, she was a maid. Looks like we finally got it, okay. Don't want to fall into escape. I think I don't want to fall into escape. Did that do anything? Huh. He's still bouncing. Was there another room? Definitely did not read it correctly. Okay, I can't undo that, so clearly this is definitely correct. Check left, no. This still has all the chains on it. I suppose I have to leave through the escape chute. I don't love this. Gotten good at dodging some of those things. There was a door here that had a single chain. Come on, buddy. It was at the end of this hallway, and I think that's now openable. There we go. We're making progress again. Oh, no. It's a piano. Music sheet. Okay, that's definitely something I'm taking a picture of. Should have taken a picture of every single note I came across. That would have been the smart move. But, oh well. Okay, pot. Cleaner. Okay. Bongos? Nope. I presume I have to play the piano. And that probably relates to the puzzle we just solved. I need to play that in the correct order. Unless that was the order... That was not the order given. Go back. Which does not allow the resolution I need for this. Okay, no. That was it. Okay. So presuming this is what they want me to do, I need to do an A. And then... C. That's not a funky C, that's a regular C. I don't know which C it's gonna be. We'll try this one. And then the pot is a D, which is left. And then the key is an E, which is right. Okay. That was cool. I enjoyed that. I guess it might have been the other C. Let's try the other C. Okay. A first, which is Y. And then we'll use the down C for that. And then we'll use A. Wait, no, not A. D. Yes, D, which is left. And then E, which is right. There we go. Don't know which C that was supposed to be. Oh, hello. There's a face there now. I've enjoyed it. It was an experiment. Tried to make something different with SMW. I've been enjoying it. There's certainly been a few irritating bits here and there, but like for the most part, I've enjoyed the puzzles. There was only one puzzle I was like, didn't particularly like, and I was like the number puzzle near the beginning, because I'm not entirely certain it's resolvable unambiguously just by logicking it out. But otherwise, I've been enjoying it very much. And aside from some bad spawn stuff, I haven't seen anything that like merits moderation things. Oh god. Okay, we're doing math now. Do I have numbers for these? I guess I know I do have numbers for these, don't I? There's explicit numbers for these, because they have numbers on the tombstone. Okay. Alright, so key times pot. Let's do the math. Let's assign these things. We have mop, we have lantern, we have pot, we have key. Assign them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's do key times pot, in parentheses. Let me increase my brightness so I can see what I'm doing. Plus, pot times key times lantern, minus Lantern times mop. It says this is 70. We'll see if that's correct, or if there's more to this puzzle. I'm gonna... else. I don't think this is right. No. Okay, is there more to this? I have the word hell. That's not helpful. Math was wrong. Okay. Let me check. Key times pot, plus pot times key times lantern, minus lantern times mop. That should be plus mop. You are correct. Should have known. Should have known. Okay. We've entered the code. Indeed, we've cracked the code. We should loop back around through this door. It's actually funny. I played another adventure game recently called Shivers. And... ah, crap. That was really not what I wanted. And one of the very first puzzles really irked me because it was a... here's a 3-digit combo lock. Oh, here's a 2-digit number. And I was like, oh, I'm going to use the 2-digit number somewhere else, clearly. This other 3-digit number I've been given is what I need. No, it was the 2-digit number. You just had to zero fill it. It was very much a, ah, crap kind of moment. Okay, so that's still the Mario room. And that no longer has chains. Okay, we're making progress again. Let me get this laptop off me. It's warm. I'm probably going to need to, like, if I put this on YouTube at some point, I'm probably going to need to go and lighten the first half of the video. I didn't gamma correct in the very first half, and so everything is really dark. I didn't realize how bad it looked on stream until much later. Because most of the things I took screenshots of were in the game. Oh, hey, it's a clown. Were, like, the notes and things. So it looked fine to me. I noticed I no longer have a health bar. That's disconcerting. Dear Mario, please come to the castle. Oh, I can't. It's automatically happening. I had baked a cake for you, but I eated it. But you never came. So the brightness check. Yeah, I did that at the beginning with my projectors. I'm like, I cannot do this without it. I waited. But I didn't think to do it also on stream, because usually it's brighter stuff on stream. Waited. Ouija boarded. For so long. I waited alone. Charlie. In the dark. Why didn't you come? Why didn't you save me? I love you. Hate, love, Mario. And Mario took off his VR goggles. I scream into red nothing. Can't you hear me? This is a long room. Mario, Mario. Someone. Please find me. I have cake. Oh, room ended. And auto-scroller begins. Ah, we found Peach. Maybe. Okay. Yep, there's what appears to be Peach. She's been there a while. GG? Not sure yet. Yes, GG. Thank you for playing. Everyone's gone. An SMW ROM hack by GamesInTweed. Thanks for the GG and the D. The unhappy face. Patches, okay. Yeah, that was the only thing. Got bad ending? Wait, what? There were other endings? Aw, man. Lolcats. Green Hammer Bro, Disco the Bat, Ice Guy. 3 exits? Oh, for Pete's sake. Right, you mentioned that. ASM, Brolencho, Mathy, Russian Man, Jank Lord, ASM Magician Max, Mario Fangamer, D the Fourth, Spoons, Incognito, Blind Devil, Dark Olak, The Biob, Ladia, Kevin, M, Nuiso. I gotta figure out how to get a better ending then. Sprites and Patches. The Biob, D to the Fourth. Or blocks and sprites, I'm tired. The Biob, D to the Fourth, Kevin M, Mario Fangamer, Hammer Bro, Ice Guy, Erisno, Davros, Alcaro, Ixtab, Mario, White Yoshi Egg, Dason, Napoleon, Arinsu, E-Man, Melon Pizza. The puzzles are the same? Okay. Eminus von Fahrenheit. As long as I kept my notes for some of the puzzles, it should be fine. Graphics and artwork by Super Tails, Moltz, SF the Dark Warrior, Ice Goom, Roberto Zampari, Orange Brondesi, Rycon, Capcom, Konami, GamesInTweed. Art Advisor, Jez Jitsu. The art was really good. I enjoyed that in a lot of spots. Music and ports, Kevin M. Moose, Pixel Ninetales, Sync X, Siamese Twins, Milan Luxy, Nanako, Jason Scooter, Diza Devon, Samantha, A Crowned. Puzzles are the same. Does that mean... Playtesters, Hobo Shura, Ditherin, Retro Swim, Rube P, Gazer, 26. I know some of those names. Actually, I just know Retro Swim's name. I don't know the rest. I assume they're alright people, having tested this. It's time-based a la Metroid? Maybe. That seems reasonable? Nightmare mode. Oh boy. Less heal shrooms, heal for less. Saving costs a heal. Oof. Additional enemies. Good ending, UFO ending, continue to save. Okay. Nope, we know what to do now. Let's try to clear save an A. That's clearly the correct thing to do. So now there's 2 endings in Nightmare mode. Let's just see how that works. If I go to slot A, does that just immediately punt me into Nightmare mode? It looks so. Alright, well here's the problem. It's 3 a.m. It's 3:40 a.m. I don't know if I quite have it in me to do another lap. I presume that simply beating it in Nightmare mode gets you one better ending, and then there's something I need to do to get the UFO ending that isn't intuitively obvious at 4 in the morning. So I think what I'm going to need to do is I'm just going to need to punt and come back. I don't think there's another option for me. Yeah, but I think Nightmare mode is definitely feasible for me. I saved a lot, but also I had to tool around a lot, and I know most of it. But also, I probably need to sit down and codify my notes into something reasonable to be able to run through this much quicker. Not that that'd be a big problem, but I don't have time to do that tomorrow. Well, I'll have time to collate notes, but I won't have time to stream tomorrow. So I think everything good so far. The only notes I had were a couple of awkward spawns. I think I could show you real quick. I can show you one of them real quick. Maybe both of them. It depends upon what C is. I striped my saves to make my life easier. I don't know if it did. Yeah, this should be fine. A little bit annoying, but fine. But basically... is this one with... Yeah, okay, so we're already in this state. That's good. So basically, there were a couple spawns I found a little questionable, but honestly, nothing I would reject for. Just if you do a V2, you might want to consider changing it a little bit. There were two that I found that I'm like, oh, that's bullshit. Not that one. That one is perfectly fine. I'm a moron there. This one, the one on the first floor, basically, because I think reading a message resets a room. If you come in here and try to read this message, so first off, he's going to get a jump on you. That's expected. I should have gotten more health first. I also shouldn't have let him get the jump on me, which was expected. That was a huge waste of everyone's time. Let's try that again with less stupid failure. And top myself off immediately. Okay. But basically, if you read that message there, he spawns on top of you, which sucks. That's pretty much the thesis there. And there was one other place where that happened, which is also easy enough to demonstrate again. But it's more or less like if you have to come back and try to figure out, like, I still am not entirely sure why Chrysalia's job is Chrysalia's job, to be honest. There's not a reason. Well, that's the thing, is that when I was trying to find the notes, get that. Yeah, there's no reason to go back if you've done this all right, but I wasn't taking notes about what all of the people did, and so my thought was I would go and check all of the notes to see that were relating to various jobs. So like this one, you read the note, and you're like, okay, well this is the gardener's note. It doesn't have a name in here, so clearly this isn't the one I'm looking for. And then this happens. And I don't think there's a way to avoid that. The other one, which I think is more fair, there's absolutely no reason to do this, but I did it out of like, well, maybe there's something here now that something's changed a couple times, was on the third floor. And I said, these are niggling details. This is like it's minorly annoying, this is dangerous. But like, if you look at the door says, the mouse seems satisfied. And then he spawns on top of you. That's really it. Those are the two things I found that are mildly questionable out of everything, and I've spent 4 hours. Like, that's not bad. Like, aside from people who absolutely cross all their T's and dot their I's, I usually find a lot more in 4 hours. So, like, very well done on that front, with no question. And I certainly wouldn't reject for it. Like, you got hit, whatever, you have saves, go back. But those are the only two things I found that were remotely questionable. So, like, if you do a V2, consider fixing it or doing something to make that less annoying, but otherwise, I wouldn't bother. Yes, I absolutely like having multiple save slots. Just as a general rule, when I'm playing an RPG or adventure game, I save a lot, and save in different save slots, so that if I have to go back, I can. It's been very valuable in the past. Some adventure games have the problem of either A, making it very difficult to get back to an area you need to get to, like you need to walk around a giant thing, or I could just go back to a previous save and look from there. So like, for instance, when I played Rem with Snyder, we would actually use saves to go back to places that were in the air, like that were very far away conceptually. If you haven't played Rem, this is not going to make sense, but trust me, far away conceptually is different from being physically far away. And we'd use those. And then in other games, like sometimes you get hosed and it's useful to be able to roll back. I also have a system where like I'm back up my save files every 5 minutes. So it's not as big of a deal if I needed to like go back, but it's easier to manage this way than it would have been the other way. And when doing when going back and trying to find the job stuff, it was absolutely incredibly useful because I didn't want to have to walk all the way back out the way I came. So I just instead reset and went back to the save file that was A, which was in that state, the one you saw previously. I think C and A are pretty close together in terms of where they were at the time. And then walked back and looked at a bunch of notes. Not great, but clearly at least I got 2 of them right based upon my readings. So it helped. So I think it's a good system. I like it. Did I jump? I don't think I ever got really jump scared. There were a couple spots where I went, what the hell, but I don't think I ever really got properly jump scared. But I'm not a very jump scareable person. When games have points of no return, it's nice to be able to inform people to save multiple save files to avoid getting lost in later levels or missing out on early areas. Yes. Also, just in general, like, because I come from an adventure game, like, I played a lot of adventure games and stuff when I was a kid. We played Sierra games and tried to play through Infocom games. And Infocom games could be famously kind of cruel at times. Not all of them, but Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, infamously cruel. Like one of the first puzzles, like the fourth puzzle of the game, basically requires that you pick up items you may not have even considered wanting to have or knowing you could pick them up. And then you get later in the game, and it's very important that you have a bag of peanuts. Don't ask me why, I don't remember. But if you didn't buy a bag of peanuts within the first 3 minutes of the game, you're hosed. And also, you need to take full advantage of that thing your aunt gave you that you don't know what it is at various points in the game. And good luck understanding that until you're pretty far in. But that's a whole nother hill of beans. Either way, I am done with this for today. I'm going to have to come back and do the nightmare stuff and UFO stuff after the fact because it's already too late. And, yeah, but I'll try to get this finished up Sunday if I have the time and things work out okay. Depends on how Saturday goes in a lot of ways. But I think it'll happen. I think so, at least.